604 gifted a tier 1 sub to Adam95273.
Good stuff. Hello, welcome back to Three Counties. Welcome back to stream number 43. It has been a little while, so today we're going to pick things up where we left things off last time around. We'll jump into the save. We're having a bit of a catch-up here with the Twitch lot. I've just shown them how I've trimmed my bush in the garden. And also Kokota 69 and the 69-month resub. So we've had a start. The Malv stream, yes. Last stream was officially the actual Malv stream where he did officially return. The prodigal son has returned to Three Counties FC and is now back in the building. We also got ourselves up to the January window last time around. That will be something that we're going to try and manage and get through today also. We also, off stream, got a little extra bonus thing. Now, we talked about this last time. We actually put the request in for this last time. We've got no chat on the screen. That's... The chat's just getting broken, is it? That's fun. Let me see if I refresh that, if it comes back as well. Maybe that works. Refresh. 43, indeed. It's stream 43 for Malvdemeister, who's number 43. That's interesting. Maybe there's something poetic in there. Yeah, he's our number 43. He's our guy. Can someone say something? I need to see if that's going to work. I don't know if it is or not. That's... I mean, how does everything break? If you stream, like, every 2 days... nothing breaks. If you leave it 1 week without touching anything, everything breaks. That's so ridiculous, isn't it? Orange Train Car, thank you for saying hello, but no, it didn't work. Okay, we will... I know why. It should be fixed now. Now try. Live admin's the best admin, isn't it? There you go. We're back. We're back up, everyone. But yeah, so Malvdemeister is in. Last time we put a request in, though, for a new affiliate. And I've chosen one. I did put it into the Discord. We wanted to see if we could get some extra players in through our youth team and also be able to send players out on loan. We were debating which one was the best option to choose for that. We went for one of them. And anyway, a few teams were on there that were, I think... French second division. Maybe Germany. I think 1860 Munich might have been on there, which would have been quite a cool choice. However, you could only loan players there, and you didn't have this option, which was that academy players may train at Three Counties and then appear in the youth academy or in the youth team. So we've gone with RFC Liège, which is a bit like KFC and is also Belgium. And we've got quite a lot of history in Belgium in this save, haven't we? They play in the second division in Belgium. I need to load in the Belgian league, which we will do. In fact, can I do that right now? And then they'll be there for when for the summer. So obviously I can't. They won't. They might appear before that, but I doubt it. Let's do that division in. Does it say when it's going to appear? Yeah, in the summer, which I thought it would be. So that's quite exciting, isn't it? We're going to have a new feeder club, maybe get some Belgians in our youth intake. Our youth intake preview we got last time, didn't we? Which was youth rating here. Hang on a minute. Does that say in 16? Oh, we're going to get it in 69 days. I don't know what's going on with these 69s today. There's all sorts of that going on, which is always interesting. But yeah, we're gonna get that maybe today if we can rush through, but probably not if we're honest. We do though pick up with this being the situation. Better than 6 to 7. That is actually true, Platter. Yeah, that is very true. And I said it differently, like an old man there. Did you notice? So that I didn't come across like some type of insidious online loser. Premier League wise, though, we are just off the back of a 4-1 win away at Leeds, where Chucky scored his first Premier League goal in his history, in his career. We've done it, look. We completed the set. Southern League, Premier Central, National League, National League, League 2, League 1, Championship, Premier League. He has now scored a Premier League goal. Club legend, leader legend, lover is what he is. And we won 4-1. And it does mean... we're 7th. After 20 games of the season in the Premier League, we're 6 points from official safety, if you like. We're 7th. Leeds have got 12. Oxford 16. Brentford 16. Burnley 17. We are so clear of them. We've got double the points of the 17th place team. We are staying up. Is that official? Can we say that? How you doing, Joe? Welcome in, buddy. Hope you're good. Toby as well. Welcome in over on the YouTube also. Hope you're both well. So yeah, we're going to pick things up there. We're going to chat about all things World Cup. I wonder how many people have watched the overnight games and are now asleep. Is my feeling. I'd love to know. But we won't know, but I'm sure that is the case for some people. But what do people make of yesterday's games, if you like? Do we want to? Is there any conversation starter on those that we want to talk about specifically? I'll start one. Japan look quite good, don't they? They're quite good, I reckon. And also, is Dennis Undav the new... What's like a player that just scores at the World Cup that's not Cody Gakpo? I think Dennis Undav might be them. Sweden was great. So I don't... But Sweden weren't, but the Netherlands were quite good. Robbie was good, wasn't he? Yeah, the new Closer. Closer was like... I mean, he might be the new Closer, yeah. The new Podolski. Podolski's quite a good one, actually. Podolski was very tournament. I love that genre of player, really. The player that is like... Just goes ham at a tournament and kind of goes away. Shaqiri, like just turning up. It was such a tradition to have Shaqiri there. Fulkrug Euro 2024 was so true. Got himself a move to West Ham, even though he's like 34 or whatever. Oh, by the way, chat, just to move back to the gaming world, I hate to throw a spanner in the works. Undav has 49 goals and assists this season. To be fair, since he's gone to Stuttgart, he is actually outrageous, isn't he? Which is why he's in the squad, to be fair. But yeah, I still feel like, I guess because we know him from his like Brighton time, and he was not that, was he? Just ordered an 8x4 goal for the kids this morning, Pav. You're living your best life. Going to ruin the lawn, though. That's the problem. If you watch the BBC 3D view online, it's just like watching FM. It is weird, isn't it? Did you see where the ref got cramp? That was absolutely so good. Ivory Coast do look quite good. Obviously didn't get the result in the end, but they do look quite good. I'll give you that. I actually thought Diomande was quite poor yesterday by his standards, but he was still such a threat, which is why I think he's so highly rated. Would be a lot on just... exactly. You'd cost... He is very raw, but he's got it all there. If he puts it all together, my word, is there a prospect in there? My word. Because, yeah, he's so raw, and I don't think he'd been... Yeah, the word is raw. And I feel like his yesterday was like a 3 out of 10 for him, but he was still so present and such a threat, wasn't he? I'm not sure huge upgrade on Rio, but like both. Well, I think he'll come into play on the right, to be honest, Diomande. I think we've got a massive Mo Salah-shaped gap in the attack. So I think you're actually looking at a world where it's Rio and Diomande. Exactly. Still set up the goal, still loads of everything went through him, but I get the hype now. Exactly, yeah. You hadn't seen him live before. Yeah, I think there's a real player in there. I'm also not sure I like him on the right. He plays loads on the right. I think he said he prefers the left, but he plays loads on the right. The other thing is Rio has played on the right as well. And Rio, I still think Rio is so young that I think a lot of what people see, you see a lot of the little spits and spurts of him. I've actually seen quite a lot of Rio where it's like, where he plays from the start and he's not quite as effective and he does fizzle out of games because he is literally a child. But I think you need more. But yeah, Netherlands Gakpo is a great player. Should sign that one. He actually is. Yeah, like you can't even make any bones about it. He's such a threat. He gets in the right positions. His choices are so much better, and then he's clinical. It's all the things that he's just not playing for Liverpool. If Sal Gakpo, no brainer, having left lockdown for 10 years. Yeah, I don't know how you do that squad building wise. I think they just want but yeah, we'll see. Depends if they sign other people. How you doing, Olivier? Olivier, I don't know why I called you that. I don't know how to say your name. I guess it's Ben Olivier, isn't it? How you doing, Ben? Welcome in, dude. It was a busy week. Right, chat, I should say, sorry for not streaming Tuesday, Thursday this week. It was pretty manic with no sleep. I had 3 videos that I need to do because 2 of them were sponsored and one was the Wesker save, the Wesker video. The Wesker video is about 3 hours of recording, an hour and a half of video. So there's about 12 hours of editing in that one. And I had 3 editors that couldn't edit for me. for whatever reason, like a variety of reasons. And so I've had to then do everything myself, which, I know, woe is me, but it just meant that I was way too busy to actually make sure things got out, to make sure the Wesker video got out on Friday, and so that I could submit one of the sponsorship videos so that it can get approved to go out next week. I needed to do that by Friday. So I've been like busy. Oh, true, actually. Yeah, there's obviously Munoz as well for the left wing. So I think that, again, it's another sign that Diamande will be for the right. Just call me Ben. Yeah, I do, and then I read your name and then I say it the wrong way around. But yeah, you're right. Andoni needs a squad it, only way to decide. He does. He needs a squad it. They're very useful. Very useful. I think I'd still want Rayan, but next summer. Yeah, I think that'd be lovely. I think I want all of them, yeah. 3 editors. This FM obviously pays well. It's not 3 editors. It's 1 editor, and then if that editor can't do it, it's that editor, and then if that editor can't do it, it's that editor. It's a list. It's a hierarchy. It's not a hierarchy, but you know, it's just we've got like Zhao does the VODs, and then you got Ivor who does the main videos, and if Ivor can't do the main videos, then I get Zhao to do the main videos, which means that the VODs don't get edited down as fast. And then I'm like, in an SOS, I'm like, Tom, help me! But Tom's super busy these days, which is why he doesn't edit the videos anymore, which is a real shame. We love Tom on this channel. Did like your, this is for me when I edit this video comment on the last video. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was even talking to myself on the last video because I knew I was editing it. Exactly. Then you go for Rayan instead. Yeah, maybe. I think they've seen something in Diamande there. I think they really like him, but yeah, possibly. Sign all the wingers. Exactly. I think Gakpo with a backup striker with Hugo, I have a feeling that will be the case as well, Ollie. I think you might be completely right with that one. I'm not sure I love it, but it's one of those, you've got an injured player that is coming back. You've got a player in the squad there. I also think with Gakpo, you've probably got a case there that is like, we can't do this much work this summer. We need so many players that, do you just keep the one that you've got there? Because as a backup, that's actually a pretty good backup, isn't it? And then you can quite easily sell him next summer. And I think it just kind of makes sense to do it that way, isn't it? Right, chat. Right, do you know, I just want to chat to you guys today. I'm playing the game in the background. We've got a Southampton FA Cup game coming up in a second, but we'll get back to this in a bit. I just want to catch up, to be honest. Does says, Wesker vid was awesome, by the way. Who needs editors? Just kidding. They do a great job and keep you free for the content creation. They do a great job, yeah. They do smash it. And when you edit yourself, you're like, yeah, this is why you pay them, because this is long. But I'm glad that it still came out all right. I do enjoy the editing. It just takes so long. Yeah, exactly. It's frees you up, isn't it? I think Diamande is the Rayan type signing. Iraola can develop him and turn him into a beast. Yeah, possibly. Gakpo value would rise off the World Cup performance. Good time to sell him. Yeah, if you've got players that come in to replace him, I suppose. Thing is with that, it's just like squad turnover. The other thing that people don't talk about with Gakpo, because the fans hate him and because he's not particularly great at football when he plays for Liverpool, is that he is very popular amongst the squad. Like, they love him. The other players love Gakpo. You can see it on the pitch, and you hear it like when people talk about him. By all accounts, they actually love him. And doing another sale of one of those lads, like for players like Verge, having the turnover of the squad, selling another one of their mates, as it were, which shouldn't be an issue, but it kind of is a real person thing, isn't it? There is another bit of like, right, and it's another change, whereas actually keeping him as a backup striker kind of also makes sense. I'm sort of fine with that if they keep him. If they were to sell him, my one worry would be that you'd sell him, you get good money for him, everyone go, that's great, and then you'd be going, we haven't actually replaced him, and it would have been much better to just have him, if you see what I mean, because Liverpool love doing that. Liverpool love going into a season short. Verge is going in 12 months and can leave together. Exactly, Ollie. I think there is a world where Verge gets another year on that as well. I think he gets to the point next year where you're like, does he actually get what big move does he get, or is it actually better to just, you know, captain, see his career out? I could see it, but yeah, you are right. Solo Badjo, thank you very much for the primer, you legend. We love Solo Badjo on this channel. Hope you're good. It's a bit like Henderson in the World Cup squad. Exactly. I think you've seen enough as well with the Henderson thing to kind of justify it, where everyone is like, actually, they really, really appreciate the influence of Jordan Henderson, don't they? I've got kind of high hopes about this England squad at the moment. not really based on the performance necessarily, but based on sort of the vibes. And weirdly, for the first time seeing Tuchel in what is an actually serious game, and seeing England with an actual coach that is not a cheerleader, and no disrespect to Southgate, he was actually brilliant at being the cheerleader type. He really fostered the right atmosphere in that England squad, but I'm not sure he's actually ever really a proper manager. And I feel like we might kind of have both now. So in before round of 32, round of 32 exit, of course, but it feels quite good, doesn't it? Vibes are good. Tuchel might be a human, and there's not many teams I've seen. Exactly, that's the main thing as well. I'm like, I don't think England were like massively overwhelmingly good, and obviously there's a bit of shakiness at the back, but I've not seen any other team that I've thought, well, they're definitely going to win it. Even France, you're like, I can kind of see a few chinks in the armour there. A coach who can influence games, being proactive. Yeah. And also, I did not expect from Tuchel the approach that he's put in place. I did not expect Tuchel to be so go for it, gung-ho almost. Because I didn't see Tuchel as that type of coach, and I didn't see England like that in any of the qualifiers. But also the qualifiers, you basically have to discount completely in terms of style, don't you? Southgate saved England from an all-time low after the Iceland. Nobody would touch it. Honestly, I've got so much respect for Gareth Southgate for what he did. At the same time thinking, I don't think he was actually particularly good at being a manager. But he did, like, he's exactly what they needed. Big Tony Barry as well. Yeah, I think there's some good vibes there. Southgate was popular among the players. Oh, for sure. That's what I mean. He was a brilliant cheerleader. And I don't actually mean that as a disrespect thing, because that was so needed in that England squad, where it was like all about egos, and it was all about it. Like, there wasn't any harmony in that squad before, was it? Was there? Hugely encouraged by Tuchel and direct way we play in patches. I'm just reserved until we go into the actual heat of an inside. Yeah, the heat thing is going to be a thing as well, isn't it? Like, that opening game was it Dallas? Was quite actually because of the aircon stadium was actually fine, wasn't it? Yeah, that might be true. Except Serbia away and was best performance. That's true, yeah. That's true. I don't even pay attention really to the qualifiers. I'm a fair weather England fan for sure. I actually I do not care for England in the league season. It's in the way of everything. Pav's an ultra though, so halftime clipper and get on with it. True. Is United a nation at a very fractured time? He also did, Glenn. Yes. Again, big respect for what Southgate did. But I think that it always gets downplayed. Maybe even it sounds like I'm downplaying it by calling him a cheerleader, but I think I mean it in a way of like, I do try to mean it in a positive, but I just don't think he had the like tactical acumen. But is it you can afford to go for it in the groups? Will he go for it in the knockouts? That remains to be seen. That is true. The way he's talking makes you think that he will, but that is true, isn't it? The Dutch game yesterday in the same stadium show how much it affects how much teams do and don't press. Yeah. That Dutch game yesterday was at midday, wasn't it? So like right in the heat of the day. The difference between Tuchel and Southgate is Tuchel actually had the guts to leave the media darlings out. Well, yeah, I was talking to Pav about this. I quite like the way that he hasn't really picked players sort of anywhere. He's picked his guys, which is Kane, Rice, Bellingham, I think. And even Bellingham, there was a bit of a conversation about. He's picked his lads, and then everyone else around getting the best out of those three. Maybe not even so much with Rice, to be honest. But out of like Kane, let's even just call it Kane. He's built a system around Kane, and around that, he's picked profiles, not even players. That's why Noni Madueke is playing games for England. Not because he's not because he's a better player than a Phil Foden or a Cole Palmer, but the profile that he wants as basically a Saka light. I kind of rate it. You know, that's why Gordon starts. It's not even because he's been good, and he wasn't good, but like, he wants flyers. He wants wingers that are like pushing the last line and getting in behind, because it's the best for Kane. Kane drops deep, plays the ball around the corner, and we're in behind. It's how we score, how Bellingham scores his goal. It's how Saka gets in behind to score the third goal until he has to do a final third action. Well, that's it, isn't it? I think what he's playing on there is that he'll at least get into that final third, and he might make a final third action. And actually, the main idea is that Saka plays there instead, isn't it? Right, chat, let's just get into this game because we do have Southampton in the FA Cup. Southampton are a championship team, but we do need to take it relatively serious. It is the FA Cup third round. We are away from home, and then we can continue our World Cup catch-up. This is the squad. It is now January. We did talk about selling Antic. We've got Ronaldinho on the way out. We only get 7 subs. We do. I'm going to put Dinis on the bench as well, I think. Or... kind of want Chucky there, but... Let's do... Oliver is unhappy. Is that a contract thing? Yeah. I don't know who to put him on the bench. Why do you only get 7 subs? I'll leave him off the bench for this one. But yeah, we need to get into that. 4 substitutes outside the matchday squad. Of course I have, yeah. We also need to make some transfer decisions after this game. Players like Sani, do we loan him? Can we get Antic out, etc., etc.? But let's get into the game, and we can go from there. Southampton away. I'm good, thank you, David. How are you? Holmes, he says, hi, Clayts. Started a new Valencia save using your transfer room tips. Preview said I finished 17 with a few signings, shot up to 8th, and I finished 3rd. It's the way to go, Holmesy. The transfer room is so OP, though, isn't it? Seeing if Saka can be healthy in the knockout should be fun to watch. But yeah, apparently he's training on his own this week, isn't he? But again, I think if you're England now, you don't play Saka until the knockouts, really. You can bring him off the bench. But yeah. I really hope Ronaldinho is the next update of the game, official or otherwise. He did, didn't he? 46 years old and he signed for a Serie C team, which is hilarious. Right, let's go back to what we need. There we go. Let's see if Malv Demise can score his first goal since returning in this game. He didn't score in his first game, did he? Oh, look. Speaking of that thing, Fabrizio's tweeted, yeah, now. Liverpool are prepared to bid again for Yan Diomande after opening €100 million proposal got rejected. I think Paul Joyce said that last night as well, but yeah. Fab is big on the Diomande train as well at the moment. He's had his Achilles problem since like November. I don't know how quickly he can get to a good level fitness-wise. He has, hasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, Ronaldinho only being 46 is insane, isn't it? We've got a coffee on the way, by the way. On the go, by the way. I might need to get another one. As I say, I am tired. Just done a bit of work in the garden. Love that, David. Me too. What are you doing? Why did he just... Is there an injury? Yes. I was like, why have you just booted that out? But yeah, no, he did. There is an injury, sorry. Right. Diomande has been class so far in the World Cup, skinning defenders for fun. Yeah. Since when is Omega Dad streaming? I don't know. Is that a joke or is that is he actually? What's the max for Diomande in your opinion? I don't know, 120 million euros, 100 million pounds probably. It's so much money. Like, it's outrageous money. But at the same time, I'm like, is it outrageous money these days? I'm not even sure it is. Like, so many players go for that now. Oh, it's just a terrible joke. Okay. I don't really get that one. Team Cass. Like, how is there only 5 years between him and CR7? That's so weird, isn't it? That's so true. When you think that Messi's 38, how is Ronaldinho 46? That's, yeah. I think for a good player, 100 million is the standard, yeah. It's just because he is so raw and actually isn't proven. Like, he's got so few top-class games, top-level games. Like, he was playing in Florida, like, a year ago or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really seeing it, to be honest, that one. But, you know, we move. He was a flash in the pan because he liked to party. He did, to be fair. He retired, like, he what's the word? Like, blittered out at the end of his career quite quickly, didn't he, Ronaldinho? But didn't he burn bright like a star? He did like to party, though, yeah. Rangers had him on trial 3 years ago or so. Did they actually? I didn't know that. The momentum shift after the ad break in the... not the ad break. It's not called that, Tap. Not called that. I feel like we should do a scene in our stream where... if I go and get a drink, we put up a hydration break thing. That's a good idea. Did you see his letter? Oh, I did see that letter. I read that. That is a horrible read, but he seems like, yeah, it makes you really want him to be successful, wherever that is. After the drinks break, yeah. Southampton, why are we on like... We're on full match chat. How did none of you notice? None of you even watching. You're not even watching the save. Alfie, love the videos. With your custom logos in your save, what pixel sizes do you use, please? Mine seem really grainy compared to yours. I'll actually check it for you now. Apologies. I actually did read your comment, but then I wasn't at my computer, so I couldn't check. I use... Am I going to be able to find 3 counties one or a custom one here? The usual ones are 250 by 250, I think. This is enthralling for everyone, isn't it? I don't actually see that. Oh, no. The usual 512 by 512. And mine's probably the same as that, but possibly bigger. But 512 by 512. But go bigger. Basically, go as big as you can until it like doesn't work in the game, and then go a bit smaller until it does, you know, if you see what I mean. Because the bigger, the better the quality of them will be. Might be good doing a video recreating Ronaldinho's career from 17-year-olds if you haven't done so already. Did I ever do a Ronaldo one of those? We've scored! D-I-N-K-O. Dinko scores! And we lead. I don't know what 3 counties unique ID is to actually check for you. But yes, there you go. 512 by 512, buddy. If you're doing the same, thank you, Viva. If you're doing the same, do them a bit bigger, because I think you can get away with a bit bigger too. After the hydration break, though, the hydration break, though, is a smart business concept. You can get sponsors for ads for your drinks break. Are you American, Chronic? That's a genuine question, by the way. Because I'd love to, like... I can't get my head around how anybody would want that. Hello, Gianni. I think you meant your idea. Actual games, right? I meant your hydration when you take a break. Fair play. I misread it. You're right. Viva, you're on it. You read it correctly. Fair enough, Chronic. That is smart. We should do that. Hydration break, and then we should do... That's... Do you know what? I completely get why FIFA want this now. That's a great idea. They've been doing some weird stuff with the breaks lately. During the US match, neither of the breaks had ads. The Sweden match the day before, they did the concurrent ads alongside the match break feed, and then today they did it only once in the Germany game. I thought maybe the booze had made them pivot, but they switched back. Interesting. Maybe was it on a different broadcast, or is it the same one, Quinn? Had my morning. Insert generic energy drink. Exactly. That could be great. Up the holy. So true. Hydration break outdoors makes sense, but still existing in enclosed stadiums is absurd. Yeah, so the rationale, which actually does make sense, is that because they're doing hydration breaks in some games because of the weather and the outdoors games, they've put them in for every game under the guise of it being fair. Because if you're breaking in some games, they have to try and make it consistent across all games, which actually kind of does make sense. Because, you know, you're in a tournament where like you want to try and make sure you're making it as fair as possible. I hadn't actually, when I was like, what are these horrible hydration breaks? I hadn't really considered that, and I kind of get the rationale behind it. The problem is that I don't know if that's actually true, that is their reasoning, or if their reasoning is actually so they can put loads of ads on there because it's in America. I don't like that. There maybe should be a bit of a drive to say that this isn't, do not call them quarters. It's a fake reason, yeah. But it kind of also does make sense, doesn't it? Why did Malaga get promoted yesterday on the 20th of June in a playoff match? Did they? After the World Cup had started? That's really weird. That's true, actually. If some games have aircon and some don't, that's not very consistent either, is it? So where do you draw the line at consistency? Like, Demeister scored there.
Follow me. Okay.
The flag has stayed down. Demeister has got his first goal since returning to the club. It's a lovely finish. I thought he was offside. Laudolino into Gilbolder, who drops deep. He finds the ball over the top. It's a well-timed run. And he smashed it in. It's a lovely finish. 2-0. And we are on our way to the 4th round of the FA Cup as it stands. Even Real Oviedo got promoted late last year. Why was it, though? What was the actual reasoning? They don't do that in the league, though they are a longer format. They do it on a match-by-match basis. That's true, yeah. But you can see why, like, a different agency would come in and go, because that's not FIFA directive necessarily, is it, for the leagues? Dinko! He's got his second. It's a lovely finish. Beautiful. Like, I can see, like, that reason, whether it's a fake reason or not, does make a bit of sense to me. But you're so right that actually the consistency is consistently inconsistent in every other situation. You have different refs. You play them in a different stadium. You play them like... There's so many other things that aren't consistent that actually if some games had hydration breaks and some didn't, I don't think it'd be a problem. How you doing, La Super? Welcome in, dude. We'll do some subs in a minute, but we keep getting highlights. Did you hear one of the American... Yeah, that's the end of the first quarter. That needs to be stopped. You need to nip that in the bud, don't they? The quarter thing. It's 4-0, by the way. Boveda, that might be his first goal. It is. Expensive striker getting his first goal in a cup game. I've seen this before. He'll get an injury soon. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ. It's a convenient excuse they can have as a win-win, sort of. Yeah. Dinko underrated gem, yeah. Boveda's poked home. Dinko's great, isn't he? Really good player. I think it's time to get subs on. Yeah, I was waiting until 60, but you're right, to be fair. It is 4-0 now. We've scored 3 more quite quickly. Let's do Freddie Lopez on the left. Although, actually, do we leave Terrier on? We haven't seen much of him yet, have we? Guillaume. Let's take him off. Lopez, Oliveira, Chucky. I should have put different subs on the bench, really. I'm going to bring on Nizer as well, the little lad, and Luca for Bermeo. We'll play you deeper. There we go. AK doing an Isaac, yeah. Oh, yeah, Oliveira centre mid. I forgot that we were playing him centre mid these days. Can I change that? If I put him... I can bring Terry... No. I do hate it. However, oh, they've got a goal back. Is he on? They've got a goal back. I do hate it. However, it's pretty interesting watching the tactical changes that happen and how momentum shifts so clearly. I think it is interesting. You're right. Like coaches making tweaks and stuff because they get to speak to their teams. The little tweaks and stuff that do happen are quite interesting. You are sort of like, that shouldn't be happening. But it is interesting. Like, if it wasn't because it was a massive Americanization of the game and so commercial and all these other reasons, the game being split up into 4 parts rather than 2, other than it being non-traditional and it's all bloody game, you can't be changing it, it's not actually the worst thing in the world, is it? Like it makes no real difference. Other than that you have to wait for a little bit and we don't, obviously I don't want it to happen, by the way, but I think it is the fact that it is like, feels like it's being like bastardized by the Americans that kind of is the most upsetting thing, isn't it? We don't like that. I haven't got a problem with the hydration breaks. I do have a problem with the 3 minutes and tactical. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be 3 minutes, does it? That feels like it feels like there's like a minute where they have a drink and then there's 2 minutes of they're just sort of having a little chat for ages and you're just sort of waiting. Do you like it that they changed the rule of the head-to-head instead of goal difference? No. I don't like that, actually. What are the examples? There's 2... like USA being... Not USA being through because they've won 2. There's a team that have gone through. Is it... One of the groups, I think USA it does apply for, but there's another one where it's like, there's a team that's out. Haiti, is it, that are out? Turkey are out, aren't they? Yeah. I think it's Haiti as well, that if Haiti win by a load of goals, they would actually go through above Scotland, right? Not that it's going to happen, but they're out now because of the head-to-head. Where it's like, well, they're going to have the same points and have scored more goals, and like, it feels, I don't know. Don't like it, to be honest. That's a lovely finish from Freddie Lopez. It's 5-1. Yeah, then you've got Mexico and Germany having nothing to play for. You've actually got a case where... Is it... There's another 2 teams that can just play out a draw if they wanted to, and both could go through next time. Yeah, Haiti could go third with goal difference.
Follow me. Okay.
They won't, but they could. We have got another goal. Freddie Lopez off the bench. Ecuador will be out if Germany actually played a lineup, but they don't have to if they get bailed out. Yeah, that's true, actually. I feel like it makes more dead rubber last game. I guess we need to see that in action, but so far it feels like it's created more dead rubber third games of the group. And obviously that will happen sometimes anyway. Suspect! Thank you for the 5 months, you legend. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Canada, Switzerland can basically play for a draw to guarantee top 2 for both of them. That doesn't sound like Switzerland, though. We did concede a goal, yeah. Switzerland would never play for a draw and maintain international relations. Yeah, being first is an advantage, but it's also like, I don't know. We've scored again. Luke has got himself a goal. It's 6-2. What is this game? That's true, yeah. Depends. Yeah, but it's not a draw, is it, for the World Cup, which changes it. You can actually work out which team you're going to play most of the time, can't you? Adding that change and having third place teams make it to knockouts just seems lame. Yeah. What was the reasoning behind it? Was there real clamour for them to change to head-to-head? You guys keep talking about unimportant things like football and the FIFA Peace Prize is what matters. Yes. Right, 6-2 win. We are through in the cup to the 4th round. Let's hope for a big game against a big team and get loads of money. Do we actually want that this year, or do we want easy draws? We're a Prem team now. I think we actually want easy draws, don't we? We want to win this rather than... I don't think we need the money. We've just given Mal Demise that contract. We don't need the money. We've got 30 mil in the bank. Yeah. Lopez ends goal drought. I did not realise he had a goal drought. He went 10 hours without a goal. Freddie Lopez has only scored twice for us. It's only 6 starts, but still. Let's win it, yeah. I don't see a world where England don't win the group. Probably true. I think they're like, you've got Ghana and I suppose, yeah, the Panama game. What you're probably going to see is they'll get a result against Ghana, even if it's a draw, which is probably enough. And then you'd get a very changed team for the Panama game, don't you? Who saw the Almiron incident? Yeah. Ghana and Panama, wow, bad game. There's been a few honkers. Scotland-Morocco was a terrible game of football. A terrible game of football. There's been a few really bad ones. Most of the time, the really bad games this World Cup have had something happen at the end where you're like, kind of saved it. There was a moment. There was something. But yeah. Yeah, the Almiron incident, I feel like he's a bit unlucky, but at the same time, it's just stupid because everyone knew that new rule. Like, and they have to enforce it the first time it happens, don't they? Yeah, all the Tunisia games, even though there's loads of goals in them, it's not great football. Exactly. I think the Scotland game was so bad because the early goal kind of killed it. And I missed that because I was turning it on. By the time I got it turned on, it was 1-0 Morocco. And then nothing happened for the rest of the game. And I wanted to claw my own eyes out. Yeah, Scotland parking the bus after immediately going 1-0 down was an interesting choice, wasn't it? Scotland parking the bus with Grant Hanley playing is an interesting choice in itself. Tunisia may sack another manager. Yeah, I don't think they will. Because who even comes in to take that job? But yeah, even getting Hervé Renard in didn't help. They lost another game. They've conceded 9 in 2 games. Not amazing that from Tunisia, is it? Oh, hang on a minute. I wanted to read that Fabrizio thing. Oh, on Instagram, Fabrizio has added the line, but Diamande is open to go. Liverpool push to get Diamande now and anticipate PSG as other clubs are also trying to enter the race behind the scenes. Liverpool will bid again. I saw a reporter called Grant Hanley, star player for Scotland. I'd call him prize winner for Scotland. Hervé Renard has the greatest CV going. It is actually amazing, isn't it? And they dived all over the shop. I thought Scotland were terrible in that game. And I thought they were all right for the Haiti game. I thought they were terrible in this, the Morocco game. Because you could actually see that they could have a bit of threat if they tried. And they just didn't for like 75 minutes. Just more non-updates so he can farm engagement, Lamau. I don't think that's necessarily true with that. I would actually say Fabrizio, compared to a lot of for Liverpool specifically, maybe, and obviously he does do this, and I'm not a huge fan of him, but actually Fabrizio does seem to have definite claws into Liverpool this year. Like he got the Munio deal before anybody else. Like, and he did the Diamande first bid before Ornstein came in with it and stuff. So yes. I don't think that's an actual example of it. Saying that they are bidding again and that basically saying that they are doing the bid again, I think is a genuine update. How you doing, James? Happy da-da-da-da-da-da-da day, indeed. It's in the dishwasher. I was like, today is the perfect day to use the da-da-da-dad mug, and I haven't. So there you go. And Slot going, he did get that as well, didn't it? Exactly. I think he's got, weirdly, the club seemed to have gone away from Ornstein, who definitely had the exclusive, if you like. And Fabrizio's getting them again now, which is interesting. I like Fabrizio, but I get sick of all the AI images. I think he's just they are crap, aren't they? They are crap. Yeah. Gakpo's going to be a player where people all think he's good just from international highlights. Perfect. Up that price. He's definitely got the inside source. I didn't catch the upgraded bid part. Okay. Yeah. I mean, what you said is absolutely true, but yeah. Did you see the stat you put in chat, David? I didn't. Have a wild. I did see that. I think it's 62 shots and 0 goals, 0 goals from Turkey, wasn't it? Why have our under 21s have played the PSG second team? Who played in this game? What is that? We're playing in the under 21 International Cup. Asado Dinnis played. Brooke Myers played in it. Premier League Cup. Why are PSG in it then? Is that a thing? Yeah. Dodgson and Dodgson also played. I mean, Brooke Myers is 26. I'm interested to see how the Elise saga goes. I'll tell you how the Elise saga goes. He stays at Bayern. It's a random thing. IRL foreign teams are in it. Oh, you learn something new every day. Iraola isn't doing the signings. It's the board. I think Iraola has a conversation with it, though. Did I say that he was? Where's that come from? I don't think I said he was, did I? But also, if you look at the first signing being Victor Munoz, I think there is quite a good inclination that he definitely has is part of the conversations at the very least. And in fact, that's been reported. The Athletic put a thing out saying that it was Iraola had spoken to Munoz a few times. But interested in Gakpo, apparently. Hope that's real and they come in. Yeah, maybe. Thanks, Kokotabot. The Premier League International Cup is an English football tournament for under-23 teams from across Europe. Why is it called under-21 on here, then? It was designed to provide players in English Category 1 academies with the opportunity to match themselves against other elite European footballers from their age group in a competitive environment. Very good. Ronaldinho has departed, everybody. It was again, in very Ronaldinho fashion, he came in, he burned bright for a short amount of time, and he left. It was one season. He scored 9 goals, got 10 assists, played very well. We sold him for 10 times the money we bought him for. Thank you for your service, Ronaldinho. Enjoy it in Switzerland, where I'm sure you'll do very, very well. He played no games this year. He played 2 cup games this year. Cult hero, Ronaldinho. We will add you to... I'm going to add you to the dream shortlist so that we keep an eye on you forever. forever and ever. Buadi's definitely getting a big move this summer. Yeah. Where does Buadi go? Now, the reason I say that, and actually I suppose I could see Liverpool and Arsenal being big on him in England. The reason I say not Arsenal is I think he's very Declan Rice. Now, maybe Arsenal would go and spend a bunch of money to go and get a Declan Rice alternative, but I don't think they'd play both of them. Maybe they would, but I don't think they want that other midfielder to also be a Declan Rice. That's why they went and bought a Zubamendi profile. Would they go and spend 60 million on him? Let's say it's that, which I don't think they're signing him to play every week just yet. I think he would want to go and play every week, is my inclination, though, about him. Now, he might say yes to a big move like that because, it's Arsenal. They just won the league and it's a very attractive move. But I think Ayoub Buadi might, or more specifically, his agency might be saying to him, you need a big move to a big club here and you're going to play every single game, which I think actually does very much limit the amount of clubs that can actually sign him. I was thinking this about Bradley Barcola. Bradley Barcola, I don't think actually would be that expensive for this reason. Walk with me on this one. What clubs could actually sign Bradley Barcola right now? He's good, but does he even start every week for Liverpool? That's the question. That is, I don't know. Maybe, potentially, but maybe not, I suppose. What teams could actually sign Bradley Barcola this summer that he would want to go to, that could pay his wages, that PSG would sell to? Like, I think that number of clubs is very, very small. And at that point, negotiations are much easier for that club because you're like, well, there's no real competition here. I think it's Liverpool or Arsenal. It's basically my thinking. And I don't know if Liverpool are really looking at it unless Diamanda goes to PSG.
Okay.
And I don't know whether Arsenal are really going to look at it because I think they might go for Rodgers, is my thinking. Saudi, but I don't think he goes to Saudi. Like, maybe he does. Chelsea, maybe. But Chelsea are also not in European competition. Like, we've seen it before. Obviously, there is precedent for that. United, they've kind of committed big money to Cunha, to Mbeumo. And I think that kind of limits it on that one. But maybe. Lolly loan. Yeah, you can go on a loan. That's fine. You would like a more playing time. Okay, we need to do that.
Oh, thank you.
Another loan there. Yes. Squad player. No. Barkley could be second choice if Diamanda goes to PSG. Yeah. Forest if they sell Anderson. I'm not sure different positions, but yeah, they've got the money then, maybe. Lloydie, thank you for the 33 months, my friend. Hope you're good. Welcome back. Balde making positive development. Love that. Lovely up arrows from him. Composure. A green arrow. Those rarely seen green arrows. If Rodgers goes, then Villa. He doesn't go to Villa. Like, however big Villa are, however, Champions League, etc., Bradley Barcola doesn't sign for Villa. I don't think. Better than Doué, do you think? I think Doué's better. Yeah, we can have a look at expiring contracts, actually. That's a good point. We could have a look at that. Edit search. Don't need them to be left-footed. 6 months. Let's just put the age back up. They don't need to be a centre-back. He's so explosive, he is. I do like him, yeah. Yeah, and then the wages as well. But then Villa do actually pay big wages quite often. That's how they get those players on those loans, isn't it? We've got Enzo Baronecchia is a good player. Are these guys interested? Yeah. Edison. There's some decent players here now that will actually sign for us. On free transfers, Brian Zaragoza. I don't think we want to sign any of them. Valentin Barco is kind of interesting. Like, we've signed Baveda, but he's 28 now. I mean, he's still at Strasbourg, so maybe he's not very good. Kai Havertz was there. Rooney Bargy? Curtis Jones. Surely Curtis Jones is still quite good. Gibbs White? Oh, what a weird... This is weird. Look at all of these brilliant players that are like... that we could actually sign. Barco's, it's FM24. Yeah, I think he's quite good IRL, though. He's going to Chelsea, isn't he? Johnny Cardoso.
Follow me.
Smith Rowe,
Okay.
Dro. Boubacar Kamara. 33 now, though. Get Jones. Curtis Jones is always transfer listed, yeah. Oh, he is transfer listed, but yeah. Trincao is always unreal on FM. I think he might be quite good in real life these days as well. Do we really need or want any of these, though? Is the question. Do we have any A pluses? We've got Jeffrey Peugeot. That might be a bit more like it. He's not that good. But, like, that's a PSG player that's 22 that's going on a free. Unofficially, officially. Yeah, don't think it's been announced, but everyone knows it's happened. Yeah. Yeah. Good little run around. Dro's still only 25. What's the potential on Peugeot? I mean, 4.5 star potential ability, according to that down there. Might be one to pick up on a free and just even to flip. Jeffrey Peugeot. Centre mid, probably, right? Like, they seem to like him in terms of potential. I've made it. There it is. Leading Premier League player potential. 106 CA, do you think? I like how I reckon he's 106 CA. He might be a good... He's raw enough. He's 22, so I don't know if he ever really reaches that. He's probably got massive potential. But do you reckon his value goes up high enough? It's a Peugeot, yeah. Volatile temperament. That's not the end of the world, though, is it? He's got good determination, so he'll still probably grow. Come on, man. Sorry. Is it me or is the Australian League so underappreciated for Wonder Kids? There are a lot. Don't get Pav started on that, though. Let's see what they want. Really cheap wages. Would get a work permit. Let's sign him. You can probably sign him now. Buy him, then loan back, perhaps. No risk. Should we buy him and loan him somewhere else to maybe get some game time? Like, we've got money, and he's worth like 100k. Let's buy him now. Not sure he plays for PSG. Yeah, loaning him back I don't think would help. 99k. Let's buy him and flip him. Jeffrey Peugeot. PSG 2 player. There's also Dro, who has a bid now on a free... Dro could definitely be one to flip as well. Not that I'm going to, I don't think. That guy's real, that guy's real, that guy's real. Natan we've scouted before, apparently. This guy's 23. Oh, look, it's Declan Shaughnessy. Who's got 17 jumping reach. He's Irish. Probably not gonna sign him, though. Who's the new affiliate club? Because he can be played... he can. You're so true. It's Liège. RFC Liège. Let me do this by rep instead, actually. That's more fun, isn't it? Richie, Trincao, Mateta. Do we run it back? Like the multi-club save, spineless save, and get Mateta in. He plays for Saint-Etienne at 35. Barella? 35 years old, though. How good are you anymore? Get Cape Verdean. Kind of tempting. Cunha's 33. Big Joe Gomez. Dallo. How old's Joe Gomez plays in Mexico? Why? Mexicomez. Why? Why has he got to move to Tigres? Loan somewhere else, like Clayts said, then my thought process. The thought process was there, definitely, yeah. Has he scored a goal yet? Yes! In Mexico. He's got 3 assists there as well. He scored 1 goal in the Mexican. He played for Brighton for 3 seasons as well. He did score a goal. Joe Mexicomez. Taking corners. He might actually be taking corners, yeah. Dallo. Oh my God, the Star Boy. It's Captain America. Christian Pulisic. Apologies to quite a significant part of the world there. Mount, Soleg, Damsgaard. Yeah, none of these players I'm like, we have to sign this guy. Kai Havertz is there. He's 33. He's actually not That's pretty good, not going to lie. Thank you. The LeBron James of soccer. There is a Kai Havertz conversation to have. What's that? He's on leave. Why? He's got 122 caps for Germany, Kai Havertz. And they've said he's on leave. All right. We'll leave it then. Soler, Tammy Abraham. Shall we have a look at which players aren't yet interested, and then we can scout them heavily and make them interested, maybe? Homesick, maybe? Why is there no space in there? That's a skin thing. Right. I know exactly who we need to sign. Come on. I don't know if we can afford his wages. I am slightly concerned about. But give us a little season. One season, Demboos. One season. You're so good still. Can't really run, but I'd play you as an on-gaunch. It'd be great. Come on. Give us one season, Demboos. How can I scout him fully here? Back on 74. Why can't I assign my scout? Scouting's in progress. I'll assign a scout afterwards. He deserves a Neymar contract. There's also Rafinha. Alexis. Trent. I'd take Trent back for a season. Did I click that? Wouldn't be interested under any circumstances. Seems a bit harsh. Nico Paz actually be a good signing, yeah. Let's fully scout you just in case you change your mind. A little move back to England, is it, Trent? You signed Dembele for Barwell in FM24. He was 36 and terrible. Fair. Happy Father's Day to all the dads in the chat. How you doing, Satanic? Welcome in, dude. Nico Paz was on there, was he? He was. He's at PSG. He's actually still so good. Yeah, we're not getting him because Newcastle are trying to sign him. I think we might be above Newcastle. Oh, he's going there. He's accepted Newcastle. What a signing that is for them. He's only 28. He's not finished. He wanted moved off to Dumfries, takes his spot after that match yesterday. Yeah. Danny Olmo's in there at 34. Remember, chat, these guys aren't actually interested in us. That is the slight stumbling block here. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to try. I'll message Demboos and say, do you want to come in? Who's Gabriel going to? Barcelona. Bruno. Oh, hello. There's a player we've had in the past as well. Obviously can't sign him on a free. Could maybe sign him now. I'd sign Bruno to play him. That is some free transfer. It really is, isn't it? He's got no agent. Surplus to requirement. Look at those wages. Flipping heck. The mentals alone be so good for the team, wouldn't they? I mean, you'd have to climb down a little bit, Bruno, from 180k a week. But for less than $1 million... Hertha Brazil legend. Exactly. I think we are at the spot where we might, like... I'd sign some people who are real. Maybe. Even as just, like... Get us a bit of Premier League experience. Be quite nice, wouldn't it? Malik Chow, he's off as well. For Leipzig. Barco unhappy, wants to move to a bigger club. Still 7 million, though. Amadou Haidara's quite good. I like him. Not good anymore at 34, though. Heir to Brazil legend. Any other names on here, chat? Dan James, run fast. Riddle Baku, I think I've signed him more than any other player ever. Don't want to sign him any more times. Is Vlahovic on there? Vlahovic is not fast enough. IMO. It has to be a fun vibe real life player, not just a random player. Exactly. The vibes have to be there. I can't really describe them. Bruno Guimarães has the vibes. Trent has the vibes. Demboos has the vibes. Wilfried Songo, too realistic. Doesn't have the vibes. I can't explain it. Ollie gets it. But yeah, like, I'm not signing Joe Scally, even though he might be quite good for us, you know? How you doing, William? Welcome in, dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Musa Dembele is still playing for... He's only... flipping out. I thought he was 29. There's no way. He's 36, right? That makes more sense. That was quite confusing for a second. Is Jared Bowen? Oh yeah. I've just remembered. Just remembered he doesn't want to join because he hates us. I forgot and just been reminded. Frank Kessier, Zaniolo, Beto. Nah. How's Alexis McAllister's physicals these days? They're actually not bad. What is this screen mod? The skin, you mean, William? It's the Mr. Tinny 23 skin. If you search that up, you'll find it. I have tweaked it a little bit, but yes. Danny Olmo. Yeah, he's on 300k a week. It depends whether they'd actually come down for that. Danny Olmo, we don't really play with a 10, do we? And I don't want to play him centre mid. He doesn't even have those physicals IRL. No, now. Do you know what? Here's my... If Alexis McAllister stays at Liverpool, it's a hot take, but it's not a hot take because it actually is logical. I think we'd all go, we're about to see Alexis McAllister look like a real footballer again next year if he stays. I just think with an out-of-possession system that actually makes sense, he looks like a much better footballer. When that coffee table that you've got to try and like cover is much smaller for Alexis McAllister, like it when he plays for Argentina and he suddenly looks really good again. I know there's a footballer in there. He was so good in that league winning season and he was so bad last year. Yeah, when he's not left on an island, exactly, and he's not having to cover massive... He won't get to a tackle first, ever, last season. He was always about 10 minutes late. Just couldn't get there, but he's never been fast, has he? But he was still brilliant in that title-winning season, which I don't really... Yeah, weird one. But yeah, if he stays, I think we could be like, oh, that's why they didn't sell him. That's why every manager picks him every game. Gyökeres is there, look. 34. Frankie de Jong, Gravenberch, they're not available, are they? I'd sign Gravenberch, but he's not on here, right? These are just players. These are the players whose contracts are expiring. Martin Odegaard is there. Malo Gusto. I'll have a little scroll just in case. Skamaka's great on FM. Anthony Robinson. Antoine Semenyo's there. Only 33 still. He's not very good, though. It's time to learn Regista. Oh, that could be fun, except I hate him. The vibes are there. I'd actually give you that one. He's just Arsenal, isn't he? Oh, yeah, William. We're looking at expiring contracts. That makes them very cheap and actually attainable, even though most of these guys don't want to sign for us. I just forgot about last season when it comes to judging Liverpool players. Subway, I think that is actually the sensible way to go about it. I think. Like, obviously, you have to bear it in mind to some extent, but I think until you see them in a system, like, I think you can just come to, like, just watch one game and look at the out of possession system that's in place, and you're like, Christ. And loads of it, it's give and take, isn't it? It's chicken and egg, and how much of that comes from the players not putting it in and not being in the places that Slot wants them to be in, and how much of it is that the places where Slot wanted them to be. But whatever it was, all of the players collectively look worse because of what happened. So it's a debate we've had loads, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it just gets improved next year. I like seeing Ueda score a couple of goals for Japan, by the way. I like Ueda from his Feyenoord time. On a slightly different conversation point. Muniz. Etienne Eto. That's a great name. How is Iheanacho still playing? Renan Lodi's still playing. He's only 34. Joe Bellingham's there? I wonder is there any transfer listed players as well? Of like, aren't expiring contracts, but are, because they're old, transfer listed. We go world rep. Basically, these guys. João Pedro, only 31. Okay, 62 million. That makes sense. Is Job actually good? Do you mean IRL or on this? Might go to Ada. Yeah, I like him. Danny De Vit from Utrecht is naturally an attacking midfielder, but can't remember. Yeah, I did see him actually as I scrolled through. But yeah, nah. I don't want to sign players who are like quite good like that are going to take a place of our new gens that we've got. They have to be like a Demboos, basically. Mastantuono's transfer listed 76 million. In game, yeah, I don't know. Didn't check. Only 25. He is 76 million, though. There might be a little loan that we could do for Franco Mastantuono. That's fine. All right. They want 160k a week and then give us an option, a mandatory 76 million pound signing at the end. Probably not going to do that. Gonzalo Ramos, 15 million. Actually makes loads of sense, but we've got so many strikers, haven't we? Is Tonali available? Not seen him. Madueke's transfer listed for 47 million. We don't play a 10, tries to loan a 10. I mean, yeah. But it's Mastantuono. Cherky's there. He's at Villa. 40 mil. Big John Duran, Kai Havertz, Connor Bradley. Kevin. Nianzu, that is a classic Football Manager. Oh, by the way, how bloody cool is it to see Livano, that's not how you spell his name, Livano Comenencia tearing it up at the World Cup. I say tearing it up. Doing bits at the World Cup. I think that's a player that no one else knew about before I signed him on the spineless save. I didn't know who he was. I just saw him in the save and I signed him. He played for Wolfsberger for years and years and years, and he was brilliant. I think we maybe even sent him to... Did he go to Sporting in the end? But he was brilliant. We signed him for like 200k. And now look at him. I mean, he's playing for Curacao, so it kind of makes sense. But what a guy. What a guy. He was our Genie Wijnaldum, wasn't he? Not Jan the centre, but Usman Diomande. Was he on there? What's Jan Diomande up to? He'd be a cool signing, wouldn't he? He is at Leipzig still. 118 to 143 million pounds. Probably won't sign him. Probably he might be a bit too much, I reckon. Tammy Abraham. Tom Fellows. Anton Stack. Oh, yeah, I'm not seeing any names. Oh, Mateus Fernandez is quite fun. 9 million. Is Mikael Bro Hansen there? I don't know. Why is the music stopped? How's Rio doing? Yeah, probably tearing it up, to be honest. He's not very good. He'll get a big update on next year's game, though, won't he? Fernandez. He's only 28, look. Rio is still at Liverpool. 135 to 163 million pounds, plays basically every game. Yeah, Usman Diamande's there. I don't really want to sign a centre-back. I don't think. Especially not a centre-back that I've signed 5 million times. Trainioni's fun, but yeah, he's at Coventry now. That drone might be the smart signing here, but needs a face. All of these signings are sort of... We don't really need them, do we? And I think as we get down to this sort of reputation, they're not going to be worth it. They're not going to be a big name anymore. So I think we scout Dembouz and try and sign him. Michel Pedro, 62 million. Flipping heck. Hello, Asgard. What position are you looking for exactly? Anywhere. Anyway, Satanic, yeah. We're sort of just window shopping at the moment, just browsing. Seeing if there's anything that catches our eye. And then probably won't sign any of them. Right, what's the date? Is the 14th. We give it 16 days. Sources close to Dembele have, however, indicated that he's not currently interested in the move at this point in his career. It would be 2.7 million to sign Usman Dembele now. 5 mil for Curtis is a bargain, isn't it? But I don't really want to sign him. Will he talk to us then, Bruno? Offer accepted. This is probably not worth it. But we do have... I think that Bruno Guimarães wants a wage we may not be able to afford. Thank you, Neil. Thank you for that update. It's less than £1 million. He wants star player. Do we give Bruno a 1-year Neymar contract? Can I even offer him? He wants 150k a week. Can we give him 78 with enough in here that it's a 1-year contract that he signs for us? Also a 2.6 mil loyalty bonus. Fiddle the books. I think he wanted more in appearance fees as well. You can have a minimum fee release of 1 million. You can have a relegation release clause of 0. We actually probably can put a little bit of extra wages into... A little bit of extra money into wages, to be fair. We can go to 83. That doesn't really help, does it? You already have Melvin on the Neymar contract. We do. We do. I don't think I'm going to do this, but I've done weirder things. I hired a loan manager and had him loan out all the players under 21 and 18. I set him to only loan out players without the option. The club that lends him can't buy him because he loaned out players with the option to buy later. Yeah, you need to not do that. The thing with that is they're not very good at making sure they go to teams that will play them. And that's always the main thing. So I always kind of do my own. I actually don't loan. I'm thinking of the Wesker save here with this one. I do my own wages just for that. After 5 games, we can give him 96k, which is obviously a lot.
Follow me. Okay.
Team of the Year goal bonuses.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, thank
Chaz. Chaz. Thank you very much for the 31 months. You legend. Thank you so much. Morning to you, dude. Team of the Year goal bonuses. 800k, 800k, 800k. I'm paying him. That's like 3 mil straight to his pocket. Is there anything else that I can put in here? Can I do 10 games? Can it go up again? Let's just make it 5. More likely to do it, isn't it, if we do that? Right, agent. Extra 30k. I think he rejects this. Does he start? I don't think so. Bankrupting the club for Bruno. We're not going to. He's going to reject this and then we can say we tried. And the fans will be like, God, we're going for ambitious signings, aren't we? It's all PR, really. It's all PR. Your goal bonus and your assist bonus and your international cap bonuses. We don't talk about the Bruno contract. Exactly. Oh, shit. He said yes. I was joking. Bruno, I was joking. I didn't. He doesn't even have an agent. Oh, he does have an agent. I think I've accidentally signed Bruno Guimarães. Ah. Ooh, what do we do now? Well, oh, I've accidentally finalised. Oh God, I've accidentally finalised it. We signed it. Oh bloody! I pressed the wrong button. Bruno loves the club. He does. He called our bluff a little bit there. He was like, "Yeah, that sounds good, actually." Because I'm going on a free in the summer, so that sounds quite good, actually. That contract. Cancel it. That would be really, really boring, though, wouldn't it? That would be really boring. It's only a 1-year deal, isn't it? If he does score 20 goals and assists, then we are in a bit of trouble, actually. His mental group will be nuts. Reminds me of the Neymar signing. That was Neymar, though. This is just Bruno from Newcastle. An actual signing who would be fine, now we have no money for. Yeah, this guy, the Peugeot, we can't afford this now. Although, actually, we might still be... We actually can't afford... He'd actually be useful. He'd make us money. We'd be able to flip him for a profit, and now I can't afford him. Oh, for God's sake. We can offer you 20 quid and a Snickers bar. Signing me in a few weeks. Exceeds board's max allowance. I can maybe offer him some clauses. Right, we're back. We're back up. We're back up. Actually, yeah, we might need to look. There might be some clauses we can sell. We're back up. 10k a week, 4-year deal. This is a guy that we're going to sign to flip for a little bit of extra money, I think. Happy with that. Peugeot comes in. What we're going to... Chat, walk with me. Walk with me on this one. It's very simple. We give Bruno the Neymar contract. It's, let's call it 150k a week for a year. Tell me what that works out to, right? That's what... Let's call it 10 million. 10 million all in, something like that. Maybe a little bit more, a bit less. I've not really done the maths on this, as you can maybe tell. Call it 10 million. If we also sign Peugeot and flip him, we make, let's call it 10 million all in, 7.5 million. Let's call it 10 million all in then with bonuses and everything else. All we have to do is flip Peugeot for 10 million pounds and we've paid for the Bruno year. Do you see? Do you see what I'm saying here? I think it's financially responsible, if anything. There might even be a slight profit in it. Give this man a maths degree, I reckon. That's about right, wasn't I? Give Bruno's mentors to him. If you get him to mentor him, it makes the Peugeot even better. The Peugeot gets sold for more money. We don't see problems, we just see solutions. Exactly. Now... Ousmane Dembele becomes the next project. Also, I keep going full screen for this. This is serious. If we sign Bruno, the whole club receives a big old reputation boost. What does that reputation boost allow you to do? It allows you to sign Ousmane Dembele. And there we go. Correct. Can't afford him. Absolutely not. Until we flip the Peugeot. Dembele to be Sani's mentor. Oh. Think of the shirt sales. Exactly. Going to be glorious. Yeah, we flipped the Peugeot. Yeah. The Peugeot. We talked about Peugeot, the player or a car. Flipping a Peugeot for profit is a miracle. No, the Peugeot. Jeffrey the Peugeot. He is nothing more to us than a used car that we are buying and selling on WeBuyAnyCar.com. That's it. It's all going to work out. It's going to be fine. We might need to finish in European places to afford all of this. You had a Peugeot once, the head gasket blew. Yeah, that's always the worry. Not our problem, though, if we can get him sold before that happens, is it? Not our problem. Oh, Suarez, subject to an audacious Hazem Al Samoud £20.5 million swoop. Newcastle, yeah, wanting they're getting Paz and Mastantuano would be good signings, wouldn't they? If we sell him for 20 million, it pays for Bruno and Dembele. How do I make sure that we actually... Is he wanted by them? Yes. Will I ask his agent? No one's ready to make a bid yet. Interesting. I think at 20 million, you sell him. Why is his determination dropped? Was that an injury? I don't think he was injured, was he? Okay. I don't know who Tassel is. Oh, look, Buadi is signed for Chelsea. £69 million. That's a great signing in Football Manager. Christ. Yeah, he heard about Bruno taking his spot, exactly. He saw that Bruno was coming. He was like, I want out. Get me out of here. I'd like it if they made a bid, though. The other thing that we're not doing that I need to be doing is offering out... Ruben Amorim Burnley manager will never get old, will it? I need to be offering out Antic. That will give us a lot more money if we can get him out. Unfortunately, nobody wants him.
Follow me. Okay.
It's all coming up Millhouse. Bayer Leverkusen, £23 million bid for Jovan Antic. Absolutely perfect. Come on. Andre Sani loan as well might need to be something we think about. Do I give Franca that new deal? I don't know. He's wanted. Gilbody and Laudolino obviously wanted. Is there anyone else that we wanted to sell that I have? I'll tell you what I need to do. Gagliotti needs a loan. Do you reckon Gagliotti would play for Liège? He'd be a star player. He's going to say no, I think. Is there anyone else that we need to send there? You give Brook Myers. Did I say that I was going to loan Brook Myers? Exactly. The Dembele squad space is becoming available. Is another squad in order? I don't think so, but maybe. Ruben Amorim was managing Charlton in your save. That's amazing. Luca. Ah. We said we'd give Luca a loan. For half a season, right? Especially if Bruno's coming in. Now, obviously, if Suarez goes as well, I reckon he goes abroad. Yeah. Do I just... He's available for loan. We haven't had any offers for him, have we? I think I did offer him out last time. Let's just see what happens there. We've got Persia coming in as well. We don't know if he can play football. You reckon he'd go to Liège level? Maybe. Let's offer him out and then I guess we could try. Bruno and Dembele is our version of Mascherano and Tevez. It is. It's exactly that. Right, Spurs have won. When do we play Newcastle, by the way? Who have we got next? Villa. Villa. Bayer Leverkusen make Antic offer. Please don't be alone. Please don't be alone. Please don't be alone. Oh, my word. It's not alone. It's 22 million rising to 25. He'd prefer to go to Bayer Leverkusen. 18k a week? He's only on 24k? 18k, you cheeky bastards. I don't want to pay his wages. He's only got a year left. You are giving me £19 million to pay it, but you surely can pay his wages. It is only for a year, and they are giving me 19 million up front. So I think we are going to say yes to this, but it's the Demboos fund, exactly. Still, cheeky bastards. We're going to accept it. Tom, how you doing, buddy? I hope you give him a friend. Catch up on the stream later. All good. Thank you, dude. All right. Antic out, though, that's good money. Obviously, I'd like to not still be paying wages of a player that doesn't play for us anymore, but it's still good wages. Other question. I think we decided to keep Sani around, didn't we? And Dennis. Is Dennis improving? Yeah. And 20% of next sale. I think it was profit. I reckon we do similar for Demboos, but like 200k a week. Do you reckon they'll pay it? Thing is, he's not interested, but I genuinely do think, because what was Bruno's... Is he on here? Bruno's like 4-star rep. I think that genuinely makes a big difference. I have no idea what the reputation of our player... What can we see the reputation of our club? Is that a thing you can do anymore? I don't think so. Club rep? That's my rep. Professional status was on there. Continental. Oh yeah, club rep Continental. How are we Continental rep, by the way? That must be players we've got. That is surely above our actual reputation. We've never played in European competition. I mean, we'll take it, but that's weird. Okay, maybe that doesn't actually help that much. I thought we'd be like championship reputation, so signing Bruno would be a massive thing. Yeah, Dennis can't go on loan because he's only 16. That makes sense. Right, we've got Villa. Let's play Backstein in there and get ourselves ready for this then. I'll put Dennis on the bench. Valentine can go back on the bench too. Yeah, it would probably increase it a little bit. I just don't think I thought it was going to get like a massive boost. I just don't think it's going to happen now. All right. Same team. Nunes, Pereira, Yamada, Boveda, Francini, Bermeo. Backstein comes in for Dinko, Laudolino, Terrier, Demista, and Bolde. He'll be our highest rep player, true. That's the team. 2 subs outside the matchday squad. I hope not. Then I might need to go make another cafe after this. One sec. Right. Cool. I just said it's an important game for us to get a result. Is it? What's the reasoning for that? I love the Premier League. Still doesn't get old. The Premier League license bits here are so cool. Harvey Elliott actually put... They've got Cherky and Rodgers and Elliott in behind Gesson. Where are Villa in the league? Not top 10, 11th. Interesting. Big blast of like Premier League sounds there. Did you hear that? All right, we are underway. Bolde corner. I need to do the Premier League. I need to do the stadium bits, don't I, as well? I don't know when I'm going to have time to do that. Demista smashed home. He was never missing there, was he? Nice finish from Malv Demist. MDM. Goal. What's that as a saying? This is a nice little finish, though. Is the skin you're using the Mr. Tinny skin? Yes, Metallic Beetle. I've made some tweaks to it myself, which is why there's no, like, top bar and why it's blue rather than yellow, I think it is on his one. But yes. Dembouz just doesn't want to be benched by Malv. True. Who would he even play for? Dembouz would come in. I think we'd have to maybe make an on-gonch system. You maybe drop one of these and play an on-gonch or something. It sounds like a terrible idea. Malvin truly deserved the Neymar contract. He did. Right, 2 in 3 now for Demista. Starting to repay it a little bit. This would be a big win for us. Would take us back to 7th. Staying above Newcastle. Look at that. Newcastle signing Nico Paz and Franco Mastantuano and all of those players. And we're above them in the league. And they don't want to hear about it. But we are taking their Bruno Guimarães, who's 35. Bolde. Demista's in the middle. So's Baveda. So's Backstein. It's over from Bermeo. That was a weird bit of build-up play, wasn't it? It was nice. We had this Bray as a backup keeper in the spineless save. Leandro Bray, isn't it? We had a lot of players in that save, to be fair. That doesn't really narrow it down, saying we had him in the spineless save. We had 4 teams by the end, and we made a lot of signings. We are funding their Paz and Mastantuono signings. We actually are, yeah. Yeah. We're signing Bruno and they're not paying any of his wages. Why didn't I do that? Lordolino's in behind. Oh, finish from the big man. Beautiful. Bolde assist. I like this. I like the way he gets himself a little yard for the finish by putting it onto his left foot, look. Run from midfield. That little touch away from the defender there. The beauty. 2-0. Paper dreams, honey. Let's go 2 million and you pay 200k a week and we take Dembele off your hands. It's worth a try, isn't it? I'm quite surprised how quick. I know that we gave him all the bonuses in the world, but Bruno did want 130k a week. And we've given him 80k a week. With ridiculous bonuses. And it rises to 91. But like, that's like 40k a week less than he was asking for. It's 2-1, by the way. Rodgers into Gesson. Burks, did you just do some flares for them scoring? Or is that just how you're coming into the chat? Hi, Burks. Terrier down the left. Lovely bit of play. Oh, it's a beauty. Bermeo scores. Made by Terrier. He gave it to Bermeo, who actually gets the assist, though. He thought playing for 3 counties was enough. What are we checking here? Got to be in. Solobadjo, yes. Love it. Get the flares in the chat. All right. 3-1 at halftime. It looks like we are going to have our 2-goal cushion at halftime. Could even get better. Lordolino. Into Boveda. We are in behind again. Terrier. Look at the lurker here in Boveda. No. Penref? No. Don't do the sun. Look at the football. Look at the football. He's missed it. Francini, mate. The football is beautiful. And he couldn't finish it. Right. Half-time, though. We are in a very decent place. If you trigger a release clause and lock in what they... that they have to still have to pay the players' wages, would it force the team to accept the bid? No. So you wouldn't be... It wouldn't trigger the release clause if you put in the players' wages bits, I think. As for Lordolino, but it was a delay. All good, Burks. All good. Ziegman, have a lovely rest of your day, my friend. Nipponazzi, the old man. Enjoy. I'll catch you soon. I heard my Peugeot base humor would be better received last time. I'm sorry. I told you I'm tired, right? What a finish. Backstein's back. All right. He smashed it in on the volley. 4-1. Headed away. I think he just smashes this. Rodgers controls it and he just hits it as it bounces up. Nice goal, that. Enjoyable. Ziegman, I've literally just got your joke about the Peugeot 106. I think he's gone now. But it said 106 current ability because it's a Peugeot. I've literally just got it now. I was like, I was thinking the CA was something. I was like, oh yeah, I don't get it because the CA. Literally didn't even in my head think of the 106 bit. I told you I'm tired because I'm so tired. Now he's waking up exactly. I shouldn't have admitted that, should I? They've got Rayan. I want Rayan. Hydration break is it really? I'm going to make a coffee after this game, chat. In fact, get me the hydration break logo. Hydration break. Is there a logo? Not in good quality, there isn't. We'll do some admin. I've not made any subs. Forgot. I need a coffee. I really need a coffee. We just played a whole game and I didn't make any subs. I'm gonna go make a coffee, I think, now, chat. And then I promise you the rest of the stream will be a bit better. Alright. I'm doing good banter. Right, 4-1 win. It's a really good win. I just played everyone 90 minutes for no reason. Pause the game. You're so right, David. You're so right. My jokes are terrible, I'll give you that, but I don't just randomly shout out players CA. I just thought, you were like, I reckon he's about 106 CA. And then you were like, it's a Peugeot joke. I was like, is CA something to do with Peugeot? I think because I didn't clock it immediately, it made me then miss it completely. But you're so right. It was a good joke. It's not. That's on me, that is. It's not on you. Right. A 4-1 win. What does that do for us, by the way? We are 7th place with a game in hand. If we win that game in hand, we could go 5th. Above Arsenal. Save the game. Good shout. It's having a kid. The brain fries for 2 to 3 years. Honestly, I know that this is genuinely because I'm so tired. I've just I reckon I've slept an average 3 hours for the past 3 days. That is just silly bad, isn't it? Terrible. What does my watch actually say for my sleep quality for last night? It was 43 yesterday. 62, which is actually an improvement. My memory was null and void for years. Yeah. That brain fog, it's very real. Right, chat, we are going to go make a coffee. I will be back in a slight second. Excuse me whilst we take a very brief hydration break. I will see you in about, well, as soon as I've made a coffee. All right. And let me just mute me. I'll turn the music up for you as well, actually. Right. How many ads have you done here, Kokota? I love it. How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. Boo, Austin, you're quite right. Hello. What a banger. Yeah, the music's good today, actually. Enjoyable. I just choose a song that I want to start with, which I chose that Brazil song, and then just do like the radio on Spotify. It's not been 3 minutes. Keep the ads rolling. True. Right, chat. Let's get ourselves back into this. Tell you what, though, is annoying. You know how I've just been complaining about how tired I am and how little sleep I've had? Went downstairs. Guess who's asleep? Absolutely conked out, Jack. The little shit. I'd love to be doing that. Nah, yeah, he needs it. He didn't sleep last night, did he? Right, let's continue then from here on the 16th. We've got the Antich deal to conclude. We've got Dreams of Dembele. I suppose what we can do with Dembele is... Has anyone else come onto this? This is not considered. Let's try here. New post-hydration break with Antich going, is Goldonia potential to look at? It shouldn't be, but I did actually show it earlier. He's actually really affordable. He's 23 million. His contract is quite long, He might be one for the summer, I think. To maybe come in and be a backup for somebody along there somewhere. But he's actually super affordable. Low wages, only 23 mil. We don't really have 23, but we will have 23 mil once Antich goes. We're into the second quarter, yeah. Demista Saga 2.0, it might be. But yeah, definitely one to think about. And then we've got... These guys actually would join us. Then we've got our pursuit, if you like it. Contract expiring, 6 months. Usman Dembele is the guy that we want. He still doesn't want to join us. Mateus Cunha does. Let's see if this changes once we bring in Bruno then. 6'7", there's not a chance we can let him get away with. I know. But he just is that height. He is. Who does he come into the squad for? Because you don't want to use him wide, so you'd use Malvdemis on the right, which means no Bolde is probably the answer, or Terrier. But we've got so many attackers, and then you've got Dinis and you've got Sani. We just don't need him, do we? All right, scouting finished on Trent as well. I wonder if that makes them want us. Who's Alan Luke? 900k for Paul Alan Luke. Now, I'd sell him if that was 50% of sale. See, if you did West Brom... If you wanted to buy him, if you did a negotiable offer, I'd accept it. But 40% of profit, I don't really want to do that. Is he going to be good? He probably will be quite good. Potential's not even that high, actually. Surplus to requirements because I tried to sell him when we were doing the whole, all of that stuff we were doing. That would be why. Yeah, I hate it when the AI do non-negotiable ones as well. It's like, it should be more rare than it is. They do it all the time. Let's try... It's where they never actually offer it on this as well. They have to do the negotiable one, then you negotiate to put those in. No interested in joining. Yeah, don't even think about it. This is it. I'm not changing. I'm not sending... It's very weird. Tall Nigerian centre-back is also true. We did say we'd come back for him in Jan, didn't we? Let's see what happens with the silly signings first, I think. Bruno, still good Premier League level. He actually played in their last game, off the bench. How many games has he played this year? He's played 20 times, 18 starts in the league. Played 32 last year and played well. He's got 100 caps for Brazil. Surely he's got massive reputation just from that. Brazil legend at that stage. Cheers, by the way. Coffee is ready. Hopefully you see a slightly better version of me after this. I just can't. I'm so tired. I was going to say something like I can't work without my coffee, but, you know, yeah. All jokes aside, he's a good signing. I think he will be. He's obviously a lot of money, isn't it? No offers for Luca. Can we get him to... Will he go to Belgium? And is that a bit harsh? He'll be a star player. Let's see if he goes there. We're going to make RFC Liège get promoted. Although, actually, they're not loaded in, are they? I'm not sure that actually is a good thing if the league isn't loaded. Exactly, Kakota. That's what I was trying to do. Don't talk to me before I've had my coffee. I couldn't even say it because I need my coffee so much. That is what I was going for. Thank you. Christ. Pino to Spurs. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Both of them. Bruno and Peugeot are in. 1.7 million deducted from 7.5 mil. 83k a week. Silly money everywhere else. 40k if he plays is a lot, isn't it? Oh my God. It's the Neymar contract. He's in. I've done it. I don't care what you say. Well, I do care, but I'm going to ignore you if you say it's bad, which it is. My favourite bit of business in FM season one of my Liverpool save. You bought Kislyak for 9 mil as a backup. A year later, Saudi offer 73 million. You bought Buadi. I mean, yeah. You've good. Good from you. What's the rating going to be? I don't know if they're going to love it. It is C-. The fans like it as well. Borrowed one of the work experiences guys 106s for the reveal video. Oh, it'd be good that, wouldn't it? If we had unlimited time on our hands, we'd mock up something like that, wouldn't we? Clayts rolling up in his new Peugeot to the showground. Yes. What number does Bruno have at Newcastle? I feel like it's like 30 something. 39, there you go. Can we give him 39? Oh, he likes 39. Yes, love it. And Peugeot 106. Was there any other should we give him 60? It's kind of that. Or give him 16? Can't give him 16. You haven't got that. The fans get it, yeah. I guess we give him 60 as it's kind of that. 61? 60. What's more like 106? 60 or 61? 10.6 possible? No, I don't think so. Let's do 61. It's all there. You know, you just have to use your imagination a little bit. All right, let's get those guys in. How good does the Peugeot look then? Really bad. 65 appearances for PSG, though. He's also lost some of his potential. Jeffrey Peugeot. Right. That might go up on one more continue, right? I hope so. Despite Wales not being there, I'm absolutely loving it. It's just the Palace and ex-Palace players everywhere, yeah. One thing that is kind of like, is also quite enjoyable is that the Liverpool players at the World Cup are also doing quite well. And I don't think it's a great look for Arne Slot that they're all now performing on the world stage. But yeah. Did I register them? I can't register you. I need to unregister people. Well, I can unregister you because they're under 21s anyway, right? Yeah. All right, they're in. Secondhand Peugeot sending back. Yeah, I think they've done us on the Peugeot somehow. All right, Gagliotti's going to at least go and play football in a league that's not loaded. We'll send him to Liège. He's going to go there, that works, I guess. I mean, Luka Radojevic might be going there as well. We'll see. But Bruno is in. Now, one continue. Now we check. Oh, there you go. Antic is off as well. Lovely. Steve Halmerson? Don't know if you're still here. But you're out on loan. Lolly, squad player. I'm just going to loan him. Tobes is happy to seal that deal, which is always good. We do have offers. Okay. Oh, no, what? Active interest. We don't have any offers. Okay. Antic out then gives us £17.5 million into our budgets, which is quite nice. We give a 900k to Chukorichi Stankum, but 17.5 mil, and it rises as well, is quite nice. Obviously, we're paying a bit of his wages. Round peg tactics in a square hole team. Yeah. Yeah, Subway, I think you're kind of right. Which league did you start this save in? We started this save in... I'll go to... this is how I track what league I'm in. We started in the Southern League Premier Central, which is a league that I've unloaded since then, that has also been won by Bedford Town and Needham Market and Tamworth and Banbury United and Kettering, which I feel like gives the level for it a little bit, doesn't it? Current holders are Kidderminster. It's 186th in Europe. There you go. Wesker have just been relegated to the 3rd division in your save. Really? Well, how are they doing in this save? About to be relegated to the 3rd division, maybe. Now they're just about outside the relegation. Yeah, not doing great. Even in this save, they've got an Australian in charge. An Australian new gen manager is fun. Look at those lovely kits. All right, let's check. Did that give us the opportunity to sign Ousmane Dembele? Not yet, it would seem. Let's see if we can speak to his agent again. That's not how you spell his name. Still not interested. Absolutely no interest. They went down IRL 2, did they? To the 3rd division? I didn't know. Well, it's quite a while ago now. I was going to say it wasn't that long ago since they played La Liga, but it was actually ages ago now. Any extra players on here? Obviously, with his contract expiring, we might be able to get him in the summer as well. And if we... add to staff shortlist. I'll add him to the dream shortlist as well. Scouting in progress. We need to get a member of staff to follow him around, don't we? Brahim Diaz, yeah, I don't know. I don't really like Brahim Diaz. So no. Oh, Trent's wanted by Man City. He's only 34. Don't think we've got a chance with him, to be honest. Why is Dodi Lukabakio so... it's just 4-star, okay. Trincao. Probably very good. Any extra players that weren't on... I think we looked all those, haven't we? Let's continue. Right, Antic out. Record sale. Yeah, Lucas said no to Liège. That makes kind of sense, to be honest. We can mortgage the installments, though, and get 3.4 million rather than whatever the thing was, which I'm going to do. I think we just take the money on these things. He gets 10%, which is fine. Yamada's also improving. Look at that. Good Premier League player. I like him. I like him. I wish he was a bit taller, but I do like him. I'm glad we went for it in the end for him. He says no. Do we have any more clauses to sell? We now suddenly have quite a lot of money to spend. Jesse Thompson. Is that the Australian that we only sold in? No. I don't even remember selling him, chat. Do you? He's a new gen that we sold for 2.2 million that we can now sell for... we can sell a clause for another 2.7 million. Because 50% of his sale we put in. I don't even remember doing that. Bruno's here until January. It must be the end of next season. Because it was a year. So I think it's the end of next season. Let's sell that clause. 2.7 million. That's why we do it. Tanu Gallas, an extra 200k as well. Another 37 games for £75,000. I'm just going to sell that now and get the 200k in. Otherwise, he might just never play. Keep that clause for next season. Never mind. Yeah, I didn't. How's Folovsky doing, by the way? You still scoring goals? No, not loads. Nah, we're going to get the money in. It puts us £63 million in the bank, which, all jokes aside, explain why we can afford to do things like the Bruno thing, which is silly, obviously, but now we can actually afford it, can't we? We've adjust that. It still gives us 23 million to spend, plus 46 left over in wages too. We're in quite a nice little spot, really, aren't we? Might even get a bit more if Suarez could go. Only other big questions, I suppose, is what we do with Sane. See, as soon as he doesn't play, he starts going down. Do you have an injury? Is he going to play for the rest of this season? I can't believe Tanu Gallas is white now. I didn't see that coming. Paul London was a great little wrestler. I don't know what that is. Or who he is, I should say. All right. Let's see. Oh, we do have an offer for Alan Luke. Is that one this time negotiable? Another loan offer for Lolly. Just go, mate. £0. Why would I accept that? What are Swansea smoking? What do you mean? Why have you offered £0 non-negotiable? Didn't you offer more than that before? And I said no. I don't understand. Just funny, innit? I don't get it. Is that the Australian guy? Yeah. I don't know why I'm scouting him. Havertz sign him as a priority, apparently. That was West Brom, was it? He's in WWE and he was a player in your list of clauses you could sell. I see. Didn't know that. I didn't know either part of that. I didn't know that I had him as a player and I didn't know that he was in WWE. Funnier to think it was Swansea though, David. But yeah, I think you're probably right. All right, we check again, just in case he pops up on here. Go to doubtful. No. Pulisic is interested though. Who's the highest valued player? Boring. What's Nico Williams up to these days? Don't know, probably playing football, I reckon, still. He is at Al Ittihad, so that's what he's up to. He's getting himself £1 million a week. What happens to the transfer budget if you don't use it? Does it go back into the club's bank balance? No, they probably just... Nothing really. They basically just regurgitate it and give it you again next season. It actually does benefit you much more to spend it. Obviously, your balance will go down as a club, but if you spend it all, they will then still give you a budget for next year, and you end up having more transfer budget to use. But at the same time, you still want to... It will affect your overall balance here a little bit more if you do that. That makes sense. You're kind of always trying to balance them all. All right, sack looms over some guy, West Ham manager Oliver Rice. So hopefully we can go and beat him, and that will do that. Valentine could depart. How long does he have left on his deal? 17 months. Got a bit of time left. I always spend it, yeah, fair. Why is his determination going down? Ooh, we can do a... What is, we could do a mentoring group with Bruno. He has got fairly professional personality, but these mentors are really good. Only 14 determination. Who should we stick into a mentoring group with him? I can't believe we've got Bruno at the club. I quite like that. I like him as a footballer. How you doing, Dylan? I mean, he can't really run anymore, 7 pace. But I kind of like it still. Him and Lordolino.
Okay.
Basically, they're the same person. Go on, Bruno. Pass down your wisdom. Yeah. Right. Let's do a group. We've got one group that is Chucky, Dinis, and Bognar. Mainly trying to get Bognar's perfectionist onto Dinis, and then also Chucky because it's Chucky onto Dinis. Got to put Peugeot with him. Right. So if we put... Oops. Why is it scrolling me down there? Why would I want to go down to this bit? What ridiculous game? Why would I want to go here? There's nothing here. Why are there 2 scroll wheels? Peugeot and Lordolino are best mates now, yeah. Maybe we put Lordolino in there. Lordolino's fairly determined, highly influential. Bruno is highly influential. We'll put Peugeot in there, I think, for the memes. Temperamental and does need improving, doesn't he, on there? And then... Did we stick Lordolino in there? He's only 22. He might benefit from Bruno as well, maybe? Let's see what that looks like. I mean, none of them really influence each other at all. In fact, none of them influence each other at all. You've never seen this before, yeah. Does that deem that completely pointless doing? Because there is no effect or influence on one another. They're just in there. Just what? What does it even mean? Troublemakers group, yeah. But like Lordolino's actually... I thought they would have had an influence on Peugeot. Why not? These are highly influential members. Why not? Maybe if I continue once, that'll change? I don't know. Yeah, Dylan, this is our first season in the Prem. I'm just going to leave it anyway, just for the fun of it. Maybe it'll help his mentals. Either way, what it will do is help the squad personality and things, won't it? Like, it can't be a bad thing having him in. Does it improve over time? Yeah, I don't know. Usually when I've made them, it shows you straight away what the influence is on each other, but maybe. All right, we're down to 8th. We've got 2 games in hand, though. We play West Ham at home and Oxford away. 2 eminently winnable games, actually. We play 16th and 18th. Tell me what. But yeah, we can have a look, see if it improves over time, I suppose. What do you think is the better save, Saint Etienne or Schalke? Thinking of starting one with one of those. I have only out of the 2 I've done a Schalke save more than once, and that is good fun. You should save Schalke. So I'd say them. Also, for like, it depends really what you're in it for. If you just want fun, yeah, Oxford are in the Prem. If you just want fun, the Bundesliga or Germany in general is really fun because of the registration rules. You can just sign 1 million South American new gens. Shall I wait for FM27 or is FM26 now good? Depends how quickly do you want to play, Hero. If you want to play Football Manager now, you've only really got one choice. And it is on sale, right? Hertha needs saving more than Schalke. They do, yeah. I just bit my tongue. I feel like I'm like talking as if I've bit my tongue. Yeah, Oxford are in the Prem, and they're probably about to go back down again because they are bottom. All right, West Ham are the opponents. What is that? Polovsky's fractured his patella. He's broken his knee. That's not good. Yeah, that's why I ask. Honestly, mate, I can't really help. Like, you're asking somebody who's playing Football Manager 26 live, like whether it's good and whether you should play it. I don't know what you want. You do whatever you want. I would recommend it, but you're asking kind of a slightly biased person there, aren't you? You know. But yeah, go for it. Or try the demo and then see if you want to use it. Took an arrow to the knee, did. I guess we carry on the loan. It's only 5 to 8 weeks, isn't it? You broke your patella in 22. It took you 4 months. I mean, 8 weeks on the game. Maybe it's a like fracture or different types of fracture, maybe. But Christ, sounds painful. As someone who knows a knee injury, I know my way around a knee injury. All right, let's play. Let's put Bruno on this pitch. Bruno there. Do we put has the Peugeot's value gone up, by the way? There we go. I take it over an ACL, yeah. What about an ACL and meniscus and a MCL all in one foul swoop? What about that? That was not fun. Peugeot is actually now valued at £9.8 million. That is much more like it. He actually looks pretty good. We've got him on a 4-year... He's wanted already on a loan. Do we send him to Millwall and play football for the rest of the year? I think we do. Peugeot 908. Good. I get that one. Not that that's not even a real car, though, is it? What about a loan? If you pay his... I'm just going to leave that, but you need to play him. The main thing here. If he's a starter, yeah. I don't think I need him in the squad, but I put Bruno in the squad. Do we start Bruno because it's his first game? Yes. Bruno comes in. He's actually 3-star ability, according to our coaches, which is nice. Any other players need a start in this game? Terrier is injured. Let's play... I want to play Dinis or Sani. I'm going to start Sani wide. I think that's what we said, right? I didn't know you live stream. I love your videos. Good. I'm glad you enjoy them, Hero. Yeah, we live stream on a Sunday, Tuesday, and a Thursday. All the ligaments. Yeah, I was speaking to someone that did that. Asked the ligaments in a knee. Doing the nut bush. What's the nut bush? But yeah, that's what I do with my knee. All of them. Not that fun, actually. Can't play him as he won't be able to go on loan then. Yes, true. We don't want to give him too many clubs in a short amount of time, do we? Any other player that needs to... Oh, Bognar's back. Dinko can be on the bench, though, for Bruno for this game. Do I need to train Sani to play right wing, then? I can't remember our squad it. It's a dance, usually at weddings.
Follow me.
Got ya.
Okay.
Australia, very lame, but a bit of fun. That makes sense. You've only ever dislocated your kneecap. I mean, that sounds horrendous in itself. What do we decide about where Sani was going to... He was the backup to Demista in the middle. So no. Yeah, Sani was middle backup. I just checked it. So we could just do that. Let's do that. For this game. All right. Let's play the game. Let's go. Clayts, on your Wesker save, how does your board not accept bids for players without your permission? Dunno. To be honest, Metallic, that's what I've been constantly terrified of the entire time. I don't know if it's because they've got release clauses that they maybe don't do it as often in Spain because release clauses exist. Someone will have to tell me, do boards go above you and accept bids in Spain like they do in other countries? Or because they've got release clauses, is it not a part of the game? Is the only thing I can think of. Because we've had some big ones that I was like, right, he's gone then. And just, yeah, I can just reject them. So I'm quite either very lucky or that's the sort of the reason. That's the only thing I can think of. I somewhat regret not getting it checked. I think I broke my ankle and a few toes, but I never went to the hospital. Yeah. I'm sure that there's things I've done that I never checked. And I'm like, oh, in fact, I know that I broke things in my foot. A bouncer shut a door on my foot. Like, it sounds like I was kicking off, but I wasn't really. There was this door that was open and I was like looking through it, and then the bouncer realized that the door was open and slammed it shut, but on my foot. And he was so apologetic. It wasn't like a classic bouncer thing. And I'm pretty sure it broke things in there. Because I went to play football. I was like, oh, that hurts. Then I went to play football and I couldn't kick the ball because it was like searing pain every time I kicked it. I was like, and that was like a few months later. I was like, oh, yeah, no. Fighting a bouncer, classic Clayts. I mean, yeah. And that. But yeah, I'm pretty, like, that was the one time that I think I'm now thinking back. I'm like, probably should have got that one checked. Right. Bolde down the left. Loses it. Yamada wins it back. I got thrown through a door by a bouncer once for laughing, not even joking. Oh, I completely believe it. I've had other run-ins that were actually bouncers being knobheads, but this one I don't think it was. It was more like, Lordalino 1-0 disallowed. They're going to check it. This one it was, he didn't realise I was there. Or maybe I'm giving him way too much credit because bouncers for a lot of the time are horrible, horrible, horrible humans. Not all of them. Not all men. It's been allowed, by the way. Lordalino. Have fun editing that one, Jay Ricky. Me saying not all men over the top of the goal going in. Dear me. Dear me. We're on the defence again. Bleep that. Yeah. Vermeo. Bolde. Baveda. Vermeo. Lovely bit of football. Finds Sani. Bouncing around. Bruno with the shot and deflected for the corner. Good football down the left. We lead against West Ham. West Ham are, oh my word, they're very close to relegation here. They'd be a point above the relegation zone. Were you laughing at the bouncer? Exactly. I can also imagine, Breezy, just you causing all sorts of problems on nights out. Liability you are. Liability. Actually, are we? I actually wasn't. Are we getting an SI visit this year? Because I'm excited for that. You have a point, but that doesn't apply to this story. Fair. Worst I've done is a hairline fracture of my finger playing basketball and a twisted ankle running on a sprinkler in the middle of a football match. Oof. I've thought that. I'm pretty sure those sprinklers that like pop up out of the pitch could surely be quite dangerous at times. Sani. Francini. That's a terrible pass. Yamada. Bruno. Demista off the right. Sane. For Vader. How are we not winning this game by more? Does anyone check if they have gone back in properly? Oh, the sprinklers. Yeah, that's what I mean. I love how we're just talking about our traumatic injuries. Yeah. The sprinklers, I mean. No, I did actually get there, but it took me a second there, David. Yeah, exactly. Because if not, it's just this metal protruding object in the middle of a football pitch, isn't it? Yeah, exactly, Wo. So especially in like places that aren't like on professional fields and stuff. Super dangerous. That and speaking of traumatic injuries, that and ad boards around the outside of a stadium or outside of a ground, sorry. Terrible. Worst I've done was deciding to drive my motorbike into the back of a parked car. Ended up with a compound fracture in your leg and plate in my arm. You shouldn't do that. You can't park there, Tuny. Sprained your ankle a week before my first half marathon. Yikes, yeah. I did my first half marathon, like proper one, off the back of tearing every single ligament, or snapping my ACL and tearing every ligament in my knee. And I still couldn't run a faster half marathon if I tried now. I say off the back, it was about a year later. Right, 10 to play. Let's actually do subs, which I've forgotten to do. Let's do Ballantyne on Francini over there. Let's bring you on for Boldy. Who you call him Boldy? Dennis can have a little run out. I think Dennis, we decided to be right side in our... I can't remember. And Chucky, I've told he can play football, didn't I? So he needs to play. Not that bringing him on now is going to make a difference. The slope at the end of the pitch at Old Trafford, yeah, bad. And like even worse at like lower league level, like genuinely dangerous, and people have died from those. And of course, I smashed my head into one, my face into one, because they're very dangerous. I stubbed my toe on a desk leg once. That hurt quite a bit if we're comparing. Sounds worse, actually, James. Last year, you broke your little finger at work. Everyone took the mick when I got back. They wasn't happy as I took You took 7 weeks off for breaking your little finger. The only reason they were jealous, I'm the only one who gets full sick, so why wouldn't they take the game? They would if they could. Yeah, true. I mean, fair play if you can do it. 7 weeks off for a broken finger. You're living the life. Chucky's in. He's dinked the keeper and scored. Chucky scores another Premier League goal. This time it's at home. I don't know if the other one was, but still. How you doing, Christopher? Welcome in, dude. That is diabolical. I fully agree. What have we missed? How you doing, Wiki? Welcome in, dude. We've signed Bruno Guimarães. Bruno from Newcastle. He's in. Oh, I didn't do the song. Sorry, everyone. Obviously, we have to have that. Chain. Here you go.
His name's Chucky. He's a star.
You once had a sore throat. It was really bad. That does sound bad. Right, 2-0 win. A win's a win. Where? 2-0 victory takes us back into the top 6. Takes us, again, a win away from leapfrogging Arsenal into the top 5. Champions League football at the showground next year. Sounds good, doesn't it? Considering we're actually not even at the showground at the moment. We're at the Hawthorns, aren't we? Bruno makes his debut. Lovely stuff. Laudalino scores another goal. 60 million down the drain. Laudalino scores again. He was only free, actually. So it doesn't really work, that song, does it? It just doesn't work at all. Right. Demboos. Still not interested. Doesn't fancy it. Fair enough. All right, we will get to the end of the window here then. Have we got a player called Tatar? There's a loan. I don't recognise any of these names, by the way. There's a loan approach from Milan. That must be a player that we don't have. Okay, that makes more sense. That's a left side of centre back that we looked at. That now I remember. Berta till the end of the season, regular starter, done. Summer moved IRL this summer. He was class in that last game. He's been good generally anyway, I think. I think Somerville is quite clearly a very talented footballer, so I think he will get a move, yeah. I could see Somerville moving to PSG. And that sounds weird on paper, but he has been linked. And I think it becomes a lot more realistic when you consider the way that PSG approach their seasons, in that he will play every single League One game. He's definitely above Championship, yeah. And then he'll be a squad player for Champions League games. And actually, is that the worst life in the world for a player like Crescencio Somerville? Alternatively, I could see him getting a Premier League move. And there's teams like, I don't know, Newcastle, for example. It probably won't be Newcastle with the players they've got. But like that level team would definitely he'd be good for. Or he comes in as a squad player for like a Liverpool, which I don't think they will now that they've signed Munoz, but that's the type of thing I could see him doing. I think there's a good footballer in there. Lee Kangin goes and there's that kind of squad spot available. Exactly, yeah. And like, Ousmane Dembele doesn't play League One games. So it's a very specific move, but I think it's quite a good move for a lot of footballers if they want it. Because if you look back at your career and be like, I played loads of games for PSG, I won this many Champions Leagues, even if you didn't play the Champions League games. Not a bad little job, is it? Somerville's linked to Roma since before the World Cup. I take him for 60 million a heartbeat if it stops us getting Greenwood. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? And also, I think Somerville at the roundabout 60 mil euro, so like 50 million pounds, is so much money, but also compare that to the going rate for other players. It is cheap compared to a lot of players. Outline intention. Make a bid then. I can reapply for this. I don't know if he gets it, but let's apply. They keep outlining their intentions. Put your money where your mouth is. I will sell him for 20 mil. They don't bid. Let's offer. I'm just going to leave that on there in case they come in with a bid. Kind of like Choupo-Moting. Yeah, in a way. PSG's first team should only play Champions League and French Cups. They can give a treble a crack. Yeah. Well, that's basically what they do. Have a look at Dembouz's numbers last season. Like, appearance numbers. And also from, like, January onwards, look at his appearance numbers. It's actually wild. Right, I can give him... I'm not going to give him an ESC place, but I could do. He's out on loan anyway, but we could actually use him. If I'd kept him. But he's hopefully going to play football. I don't know if it does... He has played a game. Good. So he's playing football, even if the league isn't being loaded. I don't mind Fernandes, but the money being said is crazy. It's wild, isn't it? Yeah, wild amounts. But again, I like him. He's a good footballer. And if it's like, that's how much money it costs to get these footballers, you soon forget the price tags on these players. And you just sell one player because the market's where it is. You sell one player and then you amortize it over 5 years and suddenly you can afford these things. It's why it's as crazy as it is. No offers for Jeffrey Peugeot then. Loan listed now. Are we going to struggle to loan him out a bit like Gallas? And even Gagliotti? I mean, maybe do I send Peugeot to Liège? If it says he's going to play. Star player. I think we could do a lot worse than that. Let's just see if he'll go. Then we can decide. He scored 11 goals in the league, but only 15 starts. Exactly, yeah. How you doing, Mushroom Man? Welcome in, dude. Happy Father's Day to you. Big smoochies to all the dads in the chat, indeed. All right, we've got Oxford. What's everyone's plans today, by the way? I think Kat's making scones and her dad's coming around here. That's my Father's Day. I'd like to go and do some garden stuff, but we'll see. We'll see. It is Father's Day, so maybe she'll let me go and do garden stuff. That's exciting. And Mushroom Man, I know that I've shown the chat this already. Would you like an update on some garden updates? I feel like this is very much up your Straza. And actually, if you missed it earlier, chat, where do you think Mo will go? That's a really good question. Italy, maybe, is my weird feeling. Juventus. Do you see on there that massive bush I mean, you know you do. That massive bush is actually way bigger than it looks like there, and it protrudes really far out into the garden. Yesterday's job was doing this. Taking it apart. I can't get the angle right. There we go. Taking it apart and chopping it down and basically thinning it out massively. That's what I spent my entire afternoon doing yesterday. It now looks like this, though, and I think it looks so much neater. So much neater. There you go. That's your new look. And I might do a bit more, but basically there's plants underneath there. There's that rose bush on the right that I couldn't even see before. Nice work. It took, if my actual arms are actually aching because there was a lot of, I had to saw, like they would, it looks so much smaller than it actually is on that. I mean, you can kind of see by how much tree is on the floor there, and that wasn't all of it. Like I took more down, and then all of that needed to be cut up afterwards. So yeah, well done, proud of you. Thank you, train car. That's just what I need. Thinking outside the bush. Thinning out the bush is sacrilege. Yeah, fair enough. Would you mind showing me where Doi is? He's a young Japanese defender I always buy. I don't know if he's going to be in my game, but I can try. Oh, no, he is. Kanta Doi? He's at Atalanta. And he's actually off to Fiorentina, it seems. He's quite good. I see why you buy him. I've never heard of him. He's a Japanese international, though. He starts at... Oh, is he at Inter? Or did they... Yeah, he's at Inter. Nice. Should invest in a small chainsaw. Probably would have been quicker. It would have been, yeah. I just like... you know the meme of the guy that... the Just Stop Oil? That guy. Just Stop Oil... Everton. It was at Everton, wasn't it? The guy. This guy. This was me with the bush in my garden yesterday. Actual photo of me hacking the bush in my garden yesterday is this. With the... that's me. POV Clayts gardening, yeah. Oh, Clarissa, I like your trimmed bush, smoochy smoochy. We say some funny things here, don't we? Let's play Oxford. I think it's a good game to get Andre Sarni in again for, although Terrier is back. Let's stick him on the bench there. Mrs. Shroom's mum came over this morning so Mrs. Shroom could sleep. Shroomette spent the whole night refusing to sleep for more than 5 minutes unless she was being howled. Oh, hey, welcome. It doesn't get better, Mushroom Man. I was telling chat earlier, I've had about 3 hours sleep average for the past 3 nights, I reckon, and I feel like I'm going to die. And he's won. So it doesn't get better. But yeah, welcome. I think he's not very well, though. He was it's like weirdly humid and he's so sweaty at night. Exactly, Breezy. Yeah, it's definitely not helping. But I don't think he's either teething because he's super drooly at the moment. So he's teething or he's not very well or a combination of all of those things, which could be the case. But yeah, we've had it real rough the past few days. He's won, you've lost. Yeah. Throw your shoes at them. I don't know what that's a reference to, Mushroom Man, but yes. Right, let's Teething granules are the one. What's that? He's got like the gel, but I don't think it really does anything. Granules. All right, let's go. Do I make any changes for this game as it's Oxford? It's a good chance maybe to start Chucky. I'm going to start Chucky in this game and we're going to rest Demista. Although I do want Demista to score loads of goals, but he will at some point, won't he? Maybe... Did I play... I played Brooke Myers, right? In a game... In a Premier League game. He's come off the bench once. Dodgson, Owen Dodgson has never played a Premier League game. This is the time. This is a terrible time to do this. We're definitely going to lose this game. Same with Frau Johnson. He's played. Okay, Frau Johnson's got one. I can't get these guys all the way to the Prem and never give them a Premier League game, can I? Even Brian Okonkwo, I want him on the bench. We might bring him on. Teething biscuits, essentially. First time my son had teething granules, he was so relaxed he fell asleep. Ooh. I need to look those up. I'm going to text Kat now just the words teething granules. I've never heard of those. This is a weird text, isn't it? Teething granules. There you go. Ah, you just DM'd me. Thank you, dude. He starts the game at FC Toko, so Inter must have bought him in. Oh, okay. So you actually Inter bought him. That's fun. Right. I mean, this is where we lose this game now, but Chucky starts. Dodgson and Dodgson starts. Brian Okonkwo's on the bench. It's just a shame Benny never got to play Premier League football. Let's do it. Your son went through a period where he'd only sleep during my watch when I had my hand on him whilst he was in the crib. He still feels the need to touch one of them when he sleeps at 6 years old. Yeah. Jack's a bit like that now, where when you go in to like settle him down, sometimes he won't want you to leave, so he needs to know you're there. So you got to put like your hand on him, and then he'll go back to sleep. But then as soon as you try and take it off, he's like, "What are you doing?" So I get that one. Eventually, he goes to a deep enough sleep that you can sneak out again. But yeah, he does do that bit of that. All right, Oxford on 16 points. We have them at home. Who's your fave player in the Wesker save? Luciano Sanchez, I think. My type of midfielder. I like Pedro Villegas as well, but probably Sanchez is my guy. All right, we're in our white kit today. It looks very nice with the light blue. A little bit different. It's very Villa away kit, I think. What I'm thinking. George W. Bush was doing a press conference and an Iraqi journalist lobbed his shoes at him. Right. Got ya. I like it. Good reference. We're 1-0 down at home to the bottom team in the league. I knew I shouldn't have started Dodgson and Dodgson. This is not his fault either. Your stadium's drafted. We've got 4 stands. Exactly. That is a good finish, actually. From them. 1-0 Oxford. Oh, no, we're away from home. We're not at home. Well, of course we're not. We're in our white away kit. Maybe we... Didn't we? They actually pushed us quite hard first game of the season at our place, didn't they? Like, we didn't actually... I think they went 1-0 up and we beat them then. Any tips on how to manage who to play in a youth save? I'm doing one with Harrogate Town fighting relegation in League One because I can't figure out who to play. My terrible youth players, my slightly less real players. That's it. That's the real quiz, Void. Basically, do your squad it like I do, and really then think about it. And you've got to sort of balance it in the way of you need to basically survive, but in every other game other than ones to make sure you survive, try and play the youth players as much as possible. So your balance is you need to play the youth players as much as possible while still surviving. And it's really tricky. Sonny! Lovely near post header. Dodgson, Owen, Dodgson, assist. Dodgson, Owen, Dodgson, Dodgson. As it says at the bottom there. Like this goal as well. Near post header. Don't disallow it. It's not been disallowed. Come on. Down the left-hand side. He's just behind the ball as it comes in. And the little nod in at the near post. It's good movement from Sani. He gets in ahead of all of them. Proper striker play. 1-1. Goodrum. They are looking quite handy on the attack, though, here. Good tackle, Bermeo. Into Sani. What have you got from here? Be quite a goal if you score from this position. He has breezed into the box, though. He's going alone. Go on, Andre Sani. Oh, what an effort. He's actually going to be so special. We need to play him. Actually could be our main striker for years and years. And Demise to play wide. And Dennis play on the other side eventually. Good block. Who was that? Is that Big John? It was. I'm doing a save with the team in the village next to mine. They have 5 non-grayed out players, and I suspect the rest of the league is similar. So once I have an actual squad of real boys, I should hopefully walk the league, promise mid-table. Exactly that. For those early seasons, basically get an entire team of even rubbish players, and you're so much better than the rest of the league. Like, keep an eye on the media prediction, and you'll see that you'll go to like 1 to 50 odds on once you've got a whole team in, and then you walk the league. United Counties Premier South. Sounds good. It's very, I guess, it's kind of similar to this. Very similar to like the Malvern save I did in the past. What a finish that is, Gilbolde. He's just curled it, top bins, and Dodgson Owen Dodgson has another assist. I mean, maybe we just play him every game. He's an assist king. I mean, this time it was literally just a throw in, but still, this goal's great. Stands up the defender, beats him. Right through him, you could say. Curls it top corner. We need more of that from Gilbolde. Look at that. Two assists. You're playing 7 academy lads in League Earners. I took over Valenciennes as they were bottom with 10 points after winning the Champions League. I mean, yeah, you might as well develop them. Was that a pass? That was terrible. You might as well develop them, and that game time has such a big effect. What an effort that is, Mayuka against his old team. He's hit the bar. He's had another header at goal. What's going on? Why is he just having outside the box headers from Shin Mayuka? Laudolino into Bolde. I didn't call you Boldy. Dodgson and Dodgson for his third assist. He's lost the ball. Yes, Chaz. Very cool. Very cool. This game is very open. We've had a lot of highlights, haven't we? What's your camera settings? Broadcast. That's it. Just broadcast. I've mixed it up on the cameras because I kind of get bored of them and just go through them and just switch it every now and then. But literally broadcast, and then you don't even need to do the zoom or anything. Free kick referee. That's disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, yeah, we've signed Bruno Guimarães. Yeah. For £1 million or 950k, and he's on a Neymar contract for a year. Really, really way too much money, but we wanted that bit of experience in our midfield, you see. Here he is, by the way. He's on 83,000 a week with massive bonuses, but for a year, it's fine. Right, half-time 2-1. Keep it going. Very close game. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, he's almost as old as Pav, he is. If you're watching on YouTube, do me a favour and please do consider dropping a like on the stream. If you're watching right now, everyone watching right now drops a like, we'll be over 100. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Do subs. Yeah, it's 60. I was just going to wait till 60, Chania, but you are right. After this highlight. Dodgson looking for his third assist. Still might get it. How many times is Dodgson just going to run down the left and just lose the ball? This could be 2-1. He's open in the middle. Sorry, 2-2. Mayuka with the assist. It's 2-2. I might need to get Dodgson off. I know he's playing well, but he loses that there, doesn't he? It's 2-2 against the bottom team in the league. Bruno's looking aggressive. I might get him off just because we've got Dinko Bognar to bring on. And Demista, it's time to come on. Laudolino as well. Let's give Laudolino 10 more. I know he's tired, but he is playing well and he's very good. And then we've got Freddie Lopez for Bolde maybe, but Bolde's also playing quite well. So let's just do those two for now. And also demand more of them. I'm hoping Demista will make a difference here. I want to get the other lads on. Like, I want to get Brian Okonkwo on, really, but I don't think that's a good idea. Demista wins it back. We did. What a run this is from Malvin Demista. He's hit the bar. What an effort as well. Left-footed. He tried to do it alone. 19 to play. That's more like it, though. Free kick on the edge here. This is a chance. Laudolino. He scores these. He scores these. He's hit the bar. It's a corner. It's a good save, in fact. All right, we're at least knocking on the door now. 73 minutes. Yamada picks it up. Finds Bolde back in the box. Penref. That's a goal kick, is it? He just jumped over it. Brilliant. Great work. Highlight's not ending, though. Can you make Bruno earn his money by being a mentor to the young ones? We've already set that up, Colon. Yes. Well, he's a mentor to the Persia we bought. But yes. Francini gives it away. Dinko's fouled his man and got a yellow. That's the highlight, is it? Come on. Dodgson to Demeest. Exactly. That's what we need here. 15 to play. Laudolino's knackered. So I think we'll get Backstein on. He knows where the goal is. And then Terrier on? Or, do you know, Oliver off the bench feels like he makes more of a difference on this left. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. I didn't mean Oliver. I meant Lopez. There we go. 9 to play. Can we find a winner here against bottom team Oxford? This will be a bit disappointing. And you can't really blame Dodgson because he's got 2 assists. There is going to be nothing happening. Here is a highlight, though. Sani to take a free kick out wide. It's back out and headed wide by Dodgson and Dodgson. It's going to be a break for Oxford. Alacon's already scored 1. Oh, what a save that is from Jorge Nunez. That wasn't the attack I wanted. I wanted us to go and score a goal. We've ended up nearly conceding. Do you know what? We'll take a 2-2. It's not the best result. It's not the worst. 2 teams, both attacking. We'll take a 2-2 draw. We actually didn't play that badly as well. Looks like the Curacao keeper. That Curacao keeper, outrageous, by the way. Shades of Elo Room, exactly. He was brilliant. Every shot was at him, but he saved all of them. There's a couple of really good ones in there. By the way, we're going to do a Curacao run at some point on stream. I think midweek, maybe. SI did send me the Curacao shirt look. So, and we're like, can you do a run on the Curacao challenge? So we are going to do a run with them in the World Cup mode. I'm going to give it one go and actually enter the competition where you can win a trip with Zealand. We're going to give it a go on stream this week some point. As a little bonus extra. Bro was 40 gone on 60. Yeah, it's wild, wasn't it? Impossible to make some results in game. Chance for a Lates with Clayts? Maybe. I was thinking of Lates with Clayts. It's if Jack not sleeping is the problem, but yeah, we'll do a little bonus. We might just do it as like, we'll do a 3 county stream and then we'll do a bit of it like that maybe. It might not take long. It might be 3 games and we lose the group games and go out and that's done. But I do want to give it a go anyway. You know, I take a trip to Curacao, I reckon. Curacao World Cup win, we will be there, exactly. Boveda is improving, which is good. Leading Premier League player in his future. He's still only 23, Rodrigo Boveda. I think he's been really good for us, you know. 6.99 doesn't really show it. And saying that, 1 assist from him all year. Dodgson plays 1 game and gets 2. Yeah, maybe that's not as good, but I think he's good. If Curacao make 3rd match 0-0 will be insane. Yeah. Jackie! Got a crying baby again. He's loving crying at the moment. We've got Liverpool next. Halmerson out on loan. Why have we got Matthias Geisel as one of our coaches, by the way? That's so silly, isn't it? By the way, our coaching. So I've realised the thing, chat, by the way, with Football Manager. Your coach assignments... This isn't a collective of how good your coaching is. So like, if you get loads of really good ones, it won't improve these stars. I mean, it says it right there. This is literally just the lead coach, how good they are. So you just need 1 really good one to improve these stars. Obviously, having more good ones will make more of a difference, like overall your training anyway. But like, this is literally just how good your best one is. So for example, on here... This is just a reflection of how good Matthias Geisel is at attacking tactical, with his attacking being very good and his tactical being outstanding. Like, that isn't actually a combination of all of them. It's literally just the best coach in each of them. So I guess it doesn't really matter as much. And then having more of them just lessens the workload, doesn't it? All right, lots of scouting coming in. Does Dembele, C+, never been on that screen before. It's a good screen. No interest still for Ousmane Dembele. Can I send a scout to follow him around? Apparently not. How do I do that? Oops. Scout player, report, assign scout. Who should we send to follow him around? Tim Krul, Hans Gruber, any other funny name? Should we send Schmatke? Schmatke's going to follow him around for the next 3 months. And he is going to make Ousmane Dembele want to come and join us. Still not interested. On FM24 you always did, yeah. Some French scout. Nah, Neil Schmatke is going to go follow him around. When did we scout Almala? It was instigated by backroom staff. Okay. During the recent scouting meeting that I didn't attend, I guess. Watch your man as a scout. That'd be great if we could sign him as a scout. That'd be lovely. Oh, Chucky injured. Now, I say, ooh, that might help with the promise. Oh, it's only 5 to 8 days. If that was a bigger injury, you'd be like, oh, suddenly he doesn't actually care about playing so much because he's injured. Best coaches leading that training, then combined with low workload, will determine the trainings. Yeah, exactly, Subway, yes. But like, just having more really good ones doesn't actually matter as much as having a really good lead and then enough other scouting. Having a really good lead and then enough other coaches so that the workload is low, and then you'll get the most from it. I assume you must get better. There must be something in the back code somewhere that is, if you've got more, if your average attributes across that area of coaching is better, surely you must get more from it. But it's so intangible that and difficult to work out that you can't ever really see it. That's why the way to improve your coaching is always, or your training even, is always just ask for more and more coaches and just employ more and more coaches, because surely then you can get better ones. But yeah, we sort of min-maxed it last stream, didn't we? But Park Ji-sung to follow him. Do we have Park Ji-sung? But yeah. Probably not that much longer, Metallic, to be honest. We're going to go till about midday. I did say we'll do a big one, but I've got Father's Day stuff to do. So Cat's parents are coming around and stuff, and sister, I think. So probably till about 12, maybe a little bit longer, depending on where we are. But yeah, not that much longer, really. Peugeot's rejected the loan to Liège. I'd really like to loan you out. Loan listed unspecified. Let's put that regular starter, because that's all we need it to be, isn't it? And offer out again. How you doing, Leon? Welcome in, dude. Oh, Chucky's unhappy that I didn't keep... That's quite good. Luis Enrique has credited me. Go on. Chucky's unhappy. He's considering his future. Right, I've promised him again that he's going to play. Probably won't play him. We'll make it work, though. Luis Enrique loves me. We're mates. I certainly didn't think they'd be doing this well, so I have to give them... Right, that's kind of a backhanded compliment, though, isn't it? I have to give them all credit right now, Clayts in particular. I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. You bought some players. Who is Peugeot? Peugeot is a young player whose contract was expiring that we picked up on a very cheap... We bought him for 99k, and he's valued at a decent amount. So we bought him to flip him, to try and flip the Peugeot. We also signed Bruno Guimarães, who is 35. We signed him for 950k and put him on a massive contract for a year. It is for a year, right? It's until the end of next season. Bruno. Yeah, end of 34 season. And we sold Antich for 23 mil. Was the other big news. I wonder if I know we obviously spent loads. Our transfer history, 128 million spent, 72 million pounds in. It's not, we did actually raise a lot of money, didn't we? If you add to that the clauses that we sold as well, we did manage to put together a decent chunk in sales. And there's probably more in the future as well with some of those clauses. Ronaldo Flowers being in there twice because we trialed him twice is ridiculous. We tried him again. I think he's actually interested now. Oh yeah, I wonder what wages he wants now. He's come down on wages. He's slightly interested. Shall we bring Ronaldo Flowers back to play him in the Premier League once? No. Tempted. Okay, it is though deadline day. As you suggested, I have one great coach per training, then I have 2 to 3 useless coaches that are in every training. Never tried it any other way though. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that in terms of what the game shows you, that is the way to do it. I just wonder whether having better coaches does actually have more effect, but there's nothing that the game actually ever shows you that it's worth doing that. It's just intuition tells you that that's the way that you should do it. But what you're doing is the way that the game is like the most meta way that the game should suggest you to do it. Yeah. All right. Chucky out injured, so he can't play this game anyway. Demeester back in. Let's put Bavada back on the bench. All right. I'm going to do Bavada back in. Dodgson straight back off the bench. Suarez not even... Is no one going to bid for him? Why come out in the press and keep saying how much you want to buy him and then don't bid? FM Nepal, this is the Mr. Tinney skin. You Google that. Just won the 4th division in Scotland, first season in my road to glory with 2 games left. Come on, Haz. GG's. Right, Liverpool. Quite a tricky game, this one. Yamada Pereira, Francini, Bavada. Let's do... I'm going to start Dinko, our best midfield, I think. Demeester, Sane, Bolde. Do we go back to Bolde here and Terrier comes back in? Go sort of full strength for this Liverpool game. Is it away or is it at home? Weirdly, we've like had decent results against good teams. We got a draw with Arsenal, I think. Guard of Honor, nice. Did they actually do that on the game? I don't think I've ever noticed. I love this Chima Andres, by the way, for a midfield signing. Quite expensive, but unbelievably good. Liverpool coming to the show. Well, to the Hawthorns, actually. FM24, no, they did. Interesting. Makes sense. All right, here we go. Can we... Have we played Liverpool this year yet? We must have done. Yeah, we must have done. They're second in the league. We are 6th after our draw with Oxford. It means that we don't go above Arsenal, even if we won. Well, I think we might have played the game in hand. Archie Gray's playing centre-back, is he? Wow. Gil Bolde 1-0. They're going to check it. There's an offside check here, but he looked onside to me. Unless it was... It's awarded. Who would even be offside? Bognar? No. Yeah, he's going to be behind the ball. Easily on. What are you talking about? What are we even looking at there? He's what? Like, Bognar's basically on the line. Archie Gray and Hector Fort centre-back pairing is crazy. So they're just playing right-backs to centre-back, are they? They've got 3 right-backs. Archie Gray obviously midfielder too, but he's more of a right-back than a centre-back, isn't he? He has played there, I think, with the injuries, right? Ekatike, Rodriguez. Liverpool then trailing. The player that's playing right-back is the least right-back out of all of them, I'd say, in Frimpong. They've missed at the back post. What a cross that is from Frimpong, by the way. What a cross. Watch them score now, yeah. And then Andres, who I talked up, is on a 6.4. What a midfielder, though. What a guy. If you can sign him, you should sign him. So good. All right, corner to us. Ange had to play him there heaps the season before. Yeah, that was it. Foul by Rio. Free kick, which I think we're not going to see. Okay. Wasn't even a yellow. Why was that a highlight? Pointless. Wasting my time. Corner. Alexis McAllister. Headed away. Back in by Rio, who's off the bar. What an effort. They've given Rio the number 11, by the way. Salah's number. That's pretty cool. Frimpong into the box. Into Kirkes. Keeper just kicked it away. Love that bit of keeping. This is season 8. We're about halfway through it. Oh my word, what an effort. I may try and make some progress before Tuesday's stream if I find myself with time to do so. I don't know if I will, because basically my time to play this save anywhere off stream is massively restricted by needing to play loads of Wesker off stream. That's why we're kind of picking it up where we left it from last stream a lot more, but it's not a bad thing. It just means we go through the season a bit slower. But if we actually manage to do all the streams this week, that'll be make a big difference. Francini. We still lead against Liverpool as we approach half-time. Any new gens in the Liverpool lineup? I don't know. Is that Rodriguez a real player? Bolde with space. Demister's in there. Blocked on the line. Looks like real players. It does, doesn't it? Considering our team is almost... Well, it is. This team is all new gens. Liverpool having none is wild, isn't it? When do you think FM27 will come out? The beta will come out at the end of October-ish. And then the game will come out in November. Considering that's what they've done, obviously, when they've actually released the game. That's the schedule for the last, 20 years. So probably that. Yeah, Rodriguez is real. Yeah, it's all real players. There must be some on the bench. Kubert on the bench, maybe. And Hyde. And Van der Liege. Better to be every 2 years for the game. Nah. For FM24 it would have been. Or was. Not for this game, though. They need to get another one. They need to get a new version. Unless they massively, fix it. But I'd like basically... I think they're quite sweeping, I think I want them to be. With the polish. They can do a data update is the thing. The transfer being updated. They kind of deal with it. But yeah, I think I'd like them to just do it every year. I'd like them to do it every year and be able to deliver on making it better every year. That'd be great. That's what I'd like. This is the Mr. Tinny skin. Okay. Laudolino's not playing great and is on a yellow. So let's do Bruno on for him. And swap those over. Tell you what, I've not been massively impressed with Terrier. He's so young, so I guess that's kind of why. But he's not really done anything for us, has he? Demister's only on a 6.4 as well. I'm going to do just one change for now, and then we'll do the others a little bit later. Maybe like 70 today. To try and keep it kind of tight, because we are winning here against Liverpool. How have we drawn against Oxford? And now we're putting in this performance against Liverpool. We've had other chances as well. They're doing back heels. We've won it. Terrier, I just criticised you. Go and show me that I was wrong. I mean, the finish is wild. It's a save. Who's in goal for Liverpool? Oh, Big Mama. Oxford are just a huge team, clearly. I'll just move out the way briefly. Okay, it's gone out the way. They're bottom of the league. But yeah, huge. Terrier. Definitely come into the game a bit more. That's a great ball for Demister. Is he onside? Terrier assist, Demister finish. And both of them, I said, weren't playing well. We lead 2-0 against Liverpool. This pass is outrageous. It's Harry Kane-like. He picks it up. Sweeps it over the top, and he's clearly onside. Chest control. Finish across the keeper, who goes down very early. That is absolutely beautiful. They did give him too much time to play the pass, didn't they? Demister's on fire. They brought on Isak, Jones, Ian Matson, Lucero. He's a new gen. They should play him. He's really good. All right, 73 on the clock. Now let's do our changes. Why does Bruno keep coming on so aggressive? Always. Let's do Bermeo for Ooh, I don't really have a defensive mid. I guess we leave him. Francini's tired though, so we'll do Ballantyne there. Yeah, Subway, I think you're right, to be fair. It was though for ages and people still ask. So you say this. At least I can say it's in the skin. But sorry, it's in the description, but people still ask. So it's just one of those things. If you make Football Manager content, be prepared for people to ask you about your skin all the time. People come up to me in real life and say, what skin do you use? And I say, it's just this one. No, that's literally never happened. Who else can I bring on here just for... I guess we leave it. I don't want to change too much. We're 2-0 up. Can we see it out against Liverpool? They're on the attack now. Isak. One back by Yamada. You don't get past him like that. He's too good. Bruno out to Ballantyne. Good run from him. Can he find Bruno? Bermeo. Dinko! D-I-N-K-O. We're going to beat Liverpool. Not even close. We're going to destroy Liverpool 3-0. It's a lovely goal. Bruno into Bermeo. Bermeo finds Dinko in the box. He's so good at this, isn't he? Finding those little bits of space. Smashes home. Keeper gets hands to it. Can't keep it out. FM is a strange game. Oxford are off the bottom, by the way. We drew to Oxford, who are on 18 points, and now we're beating Liverpool, who are above us. And we're up to 4th. Well, it is a very weird game. Bolde headed away. Ballantyne, Terrier, Bruno. Oh, would have been a good time to score your first goal, I tell you. Right, is there a chance to bring on any of my boys? Let's do Sani or Demista. This is a weird change, but I'm going to bring the keeper on because I feel like it's a good chance to get him game time and to play it in the Premier League. We're 3-0 up, so I'm going to sub the keeper. Very weird. Brian Okonkwo's on to make his Premier League debut. They didn't fancy the Hawthorns. They really didn't, did they? I guess it was a home game versus an away game, but still. We struggled against Oxford at home, and now we're destroying Liverpool here. Could add another here. Dennis, Ballantyne. He's put it wide. Would have been his first goal, I think. 5 minutes added on. Three bloody nil. Liverpool couldn't handle Bognar. An 8.8 with a goal and an assist. Okonkwo makes his Premier League debut. That's why Luis Enrique respects me and gives me credit. That's why we're up to 4th. That is outrageous. Is that with the same amount of games? No, we've played more than Spurs. Spurs have 2 games in hand, but we are legitimately above Arsenal and Chelsea. So we'd be top 5. Even if Spurs win their games in hand or get 1 point out of their games in hand, we'd be in a Europa League place after 24 games. There are only 14 to go. And we're fighting for Europe, which is a little bit silly, actually, considering we're newly promoted. But we will take it. Spurs drew their game and gone. Yeah, they've gone above us anyway. There you go. Be challenging for a title next season with the way it's going. You'd think, wouldn't you? But we do have brilliant players. We were predicted, and I think we still are predicted, second bottom. I think it's Oxford bottom and then us. We're up to 11th now. I think that's the new signings then, maybe. But I'm sure we were second bottom. It was Oxford and then us. How's Frankie doing? That's a good question. How are Worcester doing this year? Looks like Coventry Stoke on their way back up. And then, I mean, they're 5th. They're going to go to the playoffs again, it seems. Playoffs. Which means they probably won't get promoted. How are the Wyvernettes doing as well? 2nd. I think only one team goes up, though. Leone, I need you to get them promoted to the WSL. It's Newcastle and them. Violet Dobson, best player in the league this year. You love to see it. Most goals and then most possessions in Newcastle. Newcastle women are potentially going up. There's only a point in it, though. That season must be close to finishing as well. Young 3 counties. That's us. That's us. Thank you very much. Right, the music has gone, but that's okay because we are going to call it there for today, I think, chat. We are past our 3-hour mark. We've done 3 hours 11. There you go. Did a bit of extra. I think we're going to call it there. I'm going to go and enjoy the Father's Day stuff now. Basically, see if I can use the fact it's Father's Day to let me go and do some gardening, which sounds. I am such a dad. Such a dad. Thank you so much, though, for hanging out, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Kaiser, I created the save. Do it in the pre-game editor. Take an existing club, change them to the club that you want, and then you create a club that way. There's no create a club mode in the game this year, but that's how you do it. Thank you so much for hanging out there, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out on your Sundays, on your Father's Days. Have a lovely rest of your afternoon. If you're watching on YouTube, please drop a like. If you're watching on Twitch and you haven't already followed, drop a follow. If you've got a primer, you could drop a little late prime on this one. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. More videos coming this week. 2 videos this week. There'll be a Wesker video Friday and also a little World Cup video that I think is a lot of fun that will come out on probably Wednesday, depending on when the brand that is sponsoring it approves it. But that's quite fun, isn't it? Thank you so much for hanging out, though. I'll catch you very soon. See you all later. Join the Discord. There you go. That's a good plug. Good plug, Mushroom Man. I'll see you soon. Bye. Love you. Bye. I'm glad you enjoy it, Kaiser. See you later. Bye, everyone.